Go to Tonopah, I guess. Okay. So this is the last one right there. Did I say that right? Doing all right, Ernie. Doing all right. Happy Friday. So KTNX. Let's see what the deal is with that. KTNX. That's a bit of a... Ooh, and that's going fast too. What's the latest prognosis? The latest on 4 Foxtrot Golf is that the part got delayed and it's out of commission for the time being. But it's just the radio, the audio panel, so it could have been a lot worse, but yeah. She's a little under the weather. Dude, what airport is this? Why would anybody want to go up there? How is this on PilotEdge? Test range in restricted airspace? Silverbow? Is this weird? That seems... I don't know. Yeah, look. Tonopah Test Range, Class Delta. I mean, that's the plan. I could probably just go from Vegas. But that is weird, isn't it? Silverbow? Maybe we need to go from Vegas and just fly around all this crap. Just no. Yeah, am I missing something here? Yes, I am missing something. It's this guy. So it is marked incorrectly here. KTNX, right? KTNX right here. Test range. Now this is also Tonopah. This is Tonopah. But it's a completely different airport. And that's it's a non-towered airport in the real world. So what the hell? Marcus on. I don't know. I'm just logging in to see who is on. And we could take this to the Discord, but what's the fun in that? It's a lot of restricted airspace. Like, it's just a mess. I don't understand. I also don't understand.
United 431 spacing to San Jose, maintain Mach 0.76.
Let's get rid of this, because apparently My white balance does not like to...
Alright, 225 Tango X-ray, the airport 10 o'clock and 6 miles advice from the end of the field. Alright, 225 Tango X-ray, clear visual approach runway 26 left.
Is that really loud for you guys? Can you hear it? Is that like echoing?
Number 8, Papa Romeo, contact SoCal approach 128.1.
LA Tower, Southwest 5700, holding short of 25 right, ready to go.
Actually, if we're gonna go,
frequency?
we're gonna go from Vegas. So let's go. Let's just get.
Boeing 420, the frequency 125. Correction, 127.45, 2745.
It's on the chart. It's on there, right?
248 Papa Romeo, circular approach, runway altimeter 3018.
You okay?
Air 248 Papa Romeo from Steel Beach.
That's okay.
Number 284 Papa Romeo, clear direct Steel Beach.
What'd you say?
I have your keys.
Okay.
Number 5 Tango X-ray, contact Ontario Tower 120.6, connect.
All right, let's see what the deal is here.
Southwest 2161, contact Oakland Center.
Hey, what's up, Whiskey?
127.45, good night, Chili. Happy New Year.
Let's see, I'll put it this way. When I was in nav school in a Air Force aircraft, a buddy of mine had an emergency on his flight, and his instructor asked him where he should land. He pointed out that Tonopah was the closest, and his instructor said, "We don't have to get down that fast." Oh my god, that's awesome. North Vegas to Tonopah, huh? This is going to be weird. KTNX. VGT. Okay, cool. Sounds good, Slinzer. Let's see if we can make a mockery of this right now. Let's get this thing turned on. Let's get our clearance and just see what he says. It's Tonopah test range, so it's Silver Bow is where we're going. North Vegas, approach, ground, clearance delivery 120, 124, 0. Okay, let's get that, and now let's get VGT. We got X-ray, X-ray, Silver Bow. North Vegas clearance, Piper Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf with VFR departure request.
Air 444 Foxtrot Golf, North Las Vegas clearance good.
Yeah, North Vegas clearance. We're looking to pick up radar services to Silver Bowl. We've got information X-ray. We just wanted to make sure that restricted airspace, that we can get clearance into that at this time.
What's the identifier for that?
What do we got? It's a Kilo Tango November X-ray, Tonopah test range.
Roger, what's your aircraft type?
PA-28 Piper Archer, 444 Foxtrot Golf.
Roger, on request, standby.
This is weird, right? Like, it's not... He should not clear you in. Yeah. This is interesting. This is very interesting. Like, I mean, you guys saw it on the map, right? On the PilotEdge map, it shows that that is the airport.
4 Foxtrot Golf, what's your requested VFR cruising altitude?
Shit. Planned cruising altitude is going to be 8,500 on the way out there, 444 Foxtrot Golf.
Alright, were you looking for flight following or just on your own?
Yeah, we're looking for flight following if possible. We were just confused about the restricted airspace and the inclusion of that tower on the network. Is that the correct one, or is it Tonopah just to the northwest of that test range?
It's uncontrolled on PilotEdge, but it's just to the north of the test range there.
Okay, but the test range is towered, correct, for Foxtrot Golf? Even cold ranges are restricted. Yeah, I think he's confused too.
Not on PilotEdge, no.
I know, and they, as a
Go
class...
over to departure, Southwest 5700.
Yeah, which I flew...
Contact departure.
I flew to that on Wednesday, and it worked
431, contact
fine.
3127.45.
What's up, RC? Yeah, so what...
Tower, Piper 225 Tango X-ray.
Yeah, Indian Springs...
Taxi to Guardian.
Like, Goldsey was tower on Indian Springs.
There were 225 Tango X-ray text to Ram via Sierra.
Ram via Sierra, 225 Tango sitting.
5700 lost SoCal departure rate.
Yeah.
Contact climb maintained 17,000. And 4 Foxtrot Golf, Tonopah Airport is uncontrolled on PilotEdge.
That's weird. It's showing as a class Delta in that it is towered on the coverage map.
Alright, stand by.
If it's controller discretion, then I mean that's fine. It's not like I need to go there, but it was like the last. It was like the last one that I haven't flown to is Tonopah. But that the Creech, whatever it's called, Creech and Indian Springs was Indian Springs Tower. That is like technically out, like just outside of that restricted airspace. But check it out. Okay. So here's their coverage area. What is this? I don't need that, stupid. Here's their coverage area, right? So class Delta, little blue dot, Tonopah, whatever, test range. Class Delta base coverage. Same with here. Creech Air Force Base, which is also Indian Springs, class Delta base coverage. Class Delta base coverage. It's noted as the same same type of aircraft. So Western coverage tower. And does it show up on my flight route? It must, right? KTNX. Tonopah. KTNX. Yeah, it's in the green area, yeah. Yep. Tonopah test range. No, it says okay, so it's on my flight route, but it has no ATIS information for it. So it's on there, but it just doesn't have an ATIS. Same with Mojave, same with Southwest Oregon Regional. There's a couple that don't have. Hey, what's up, Brett?
Region 1108, contact Las Vegas approach 125.9.
Like, this is weird, right? Has nobody flown here before?
Legion 108, Las Vegas approach, Las Vegas altimeter 3019er, descend to maintain 8,000.
PE or
Airport Foxtrot Golf, affirmative, it's a military airspace, and they just recently changed it, so it is towered for us now. Did you want to fly following out to Tonopah?
affirmative for Foxtrot Golf.
For Foxtrot Golf, Roger. Departure frequency is going to be 135.1, squawk 3460.
Okay, it's departure frequency 135.1 and squawking 3460 444 Foxtrot Golf.
For Foxtrot Golf, thanks for your patience, and readback is correct. Contact ground ready taxi, expect a 1-2 right.
Okay, yep, no problem. We'll expect 1-2 right and heading over to ground. We're ready to taxi 444 Foxtrot Golf.
So it's 5700, contact approach 127.
Yeah, so it's a lot of restricted airspace. And by the way, guys, how does the audio sound right now? I don't have my headset on. I'm using my my blue microphone, little snowball guy. So if everything sounds okay, if not better than normal, let me know. And when I start the engines up, Original Geek, what's happening? Thanks for joining us tonight. KTNX, yeah, KTNX. But once I get the engine started, if you guys hear background noise or anything, if it's distracting, let me know, and I'll at least put the headphones on. So because I have it playing over the speakers right now, and I know that could probably get a little bit annoying. Okay, so we're gonna go to this VOR, BD, I guess, and then we're also gonna go to
Legion 1108, vectors visual approach runway 8 left, turn right heading 180.
What the hell is that? We'll go here. No, we don't want to. We want to be outside of that.
I'm sorry, 1108, it'll be
90,
8 right.
9,500. What do we got? 140 miles? We could probably go up to 10,000. 10,500, and then we can go over all this crap. Because we got 9,700 on that.
Negative.
So that's what we'll do. We'll amend that and go to 10,500. So that looks good. We'll just go. We'll just make that right turn. Okay. North Vegas clearance, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf. We just wanted to amend our cruising altitude to 10,500 to stay above that restricted airspace.
Airport Foxtrot Golf, Roger, I'll amend that for you.
Cool, thanks for Foxtrot Golf.
So
All right.
700 Los Angeles Center.
It feels weird not having my headset on, but that's fine. All right, well, we learned something new today, I guess. That was freaking weird.
Santa Maria ground, Cessna 35367 at the East Hangars, ready to taxi with Juliet on the Cat 5 rating.
Tower 35367, Santa Maria ground. Is that your type aircraft?
It's Cessna 172, 367.
All right. Full fuel.
Tower 35367, rolling
Beacon's
30,
going.
taxi via Alpha.
Cleared for 30,
Fuel pump
taxi
on.
via Alpha, 35367.
Flying into some restricted airspace, RC. Tonopah Test Range. Silver Bow, apparently. Okay. Flying IFR to it. Nice. What, Slinzer, what are you flying in?
Legion 1108, amend altitude, maintain 6,000. Legion 1108, continue right turn, heading 350.
Pipistrel, okay. So, similar speed. Okay. There's that. What's our ground here?
Legion 1108, contact Las
1.7.
Vegas, approach 135.0.
And tower 125.7. Panthera.
Contact Los Angeles Center 12.
Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta fill up my drink.
Santa Maria Tower, Cessna 35367, holding short 30.
It's grappa time.
Las Vegas approach.
Grappa night.
Good evening, the airport. 1 to 2 o'clock, 13 miles away.
This is what we're doing. This is the kind of week that it has been. It is the hard stuff. This will wake you up or put you to sleep, whatever. Anybody had grappa?
700 Los Angeles Center, climb maintain level 330.
Producto d'Italia.
1 to 2 o'clock and 1
This crap is 80 proof. We're gonna have an interesting flight.
Legion 1108, clear visual approach, runway 8 right.
Oh, I love it, Ernie.
7, St. Louis, Santa Maria Tower, the wind is 0206, make a right crosswind departure, runway 30, clear for takeoff.
Right crosswind departure, 30, clear for takeoff, 367.
248 Papa Romeo, thank you, contact Charlie Tower 126.8.
Le donne mobile. Bum, 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 bum.
Papa Romeo, inbound, ILS 20.
Hey, what's up, Finbar?
Number 248 Papa Romeo, Charlie Tower.
Oh my god, Finbar. 6 months in a row? Wow. Finbar, thank you. Thank you so much for everything. You have been 6 months. I mean, I think you were the first subscriber, and I really appreciate that, and just all of the kind words and the deliveries, just fantastic. But I really do appreciate it.
Las Vegas clearance November Delta Whiskey, picking up IFR to ton up the test range.
Ton up the test range. Chris is just gonna be like, what the hell is happening right now?
Alright, 00 Delta Whiskey, Las Vegas clearance, we're in request demo.
Sorry, Chris, I opened up a can of worms.
No problem.
Bank angle, bank angle, bank angle.
Can of restricted worm.
Brett, thank you for the 2 months. That flew by really fast, man. Thank you. And Brett, same with you, man. Like I appreciate I appreciate all you guys. But the subscriptions, the donations, all that stuff is it helps more than you guys know. Yeah, it helps a lot.
Clear ton of the test range.
It helps a lot.
Departure to Las Vegas transition, then Tomby, Combi to 6, that maintain 5,000, expect 12,000, 10 minutes after departure, departure 135.1, squawk 1543, 0 Delta Whiskey.
0 Delta Whiskey, read back is correct.
Thanks.
0 Delta Whiskey, just verify your aircraft type.
Yeah, we're the...
I promised to talk less this month. Brett, no, you gotta promise to talk more. You gotta talk way more. North Vegas ground, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf with information X-ray. We're over at the self-serve fuel pumps, ready to taxi.
444 Foxtrot Golf, runway, or North Vegas ground, runway 12 right, taxi via Charlie, Bravo, and Alpha.
Okay, Charlie, Bravo, and Alpha to 12 right, 444 Foxtrot Golf. Charlie, Bravo, Alpha. Alright. More talk. I love it.
5700, clear direct to Blythe. Number 248 Papa Romeo, runway 20 right, clear to land, the wind 1303.
Is Scotty in here tonight? Scotty in the Discord? Torbinator. It's going fantastic. For the most part. See where the hell we were. There's Charlie. All right. How you doing tonight, Torbs? How's your Friday going? All right, so I think that audio should be okay. I can hear it, but it's not overly loud, so hopefully the microphone is not picking it up. Kind of nice to be freed from the tyranny of the RGB gaming headset. Flew early. Yeah, I saw that you were on. How did that go? After
5700, climb maintain level 370.
Sweet.
Looks like it's Grand November 0 Delta Whiskey West parking with the information ready for taxi.
Ready, 00 Delta Whiskey, North Las Vegas ground, runway 12 right at Alpha, taxi via Charlie, Bravo, Alpha.
Alright, Alpha, Charlie, Bravo, Alpha to 12 right, 0 Delta Whiskey.
Well, Torbs, what did you fly?
The Legion 1108 cleared at 8 right on Alpha 4.
732.
Regional 1108, Roger, Alpha 4, cross runway 8 left, join Bravo, taxi ramp for maintenance frequency.
Okay, so let's flip over to tower, and then we are 135.
Remain your frequency, Legion 1108, thanks.
1351 right there. Okay. Yeah, that's that. That 737-200 is a pretty freaking sweet plane. God, I like it. Okay, I think we're happy with that. We'll have to watch the airspace a little bit, but I think we're all right. North Vegas Tower, good evening. Archer 444 Foxtrot Gulf with information X-ray. We're holding short, runway 12 right at Alpha. This is the just flight.
Tower 444 Foxtrot Golf, North Las Vegas Tower, wind 02010. Make a left down departure, runway 12 right at Alpha, clear for takeoff.
Okay, clear for takeoff, 12 right, and we'll make a left crosswind departure, left downwind departure, 444 Foxtrot Golf. Yeah, this is the Just Flight Aero 2. So the plane that I fly in real life is an Archer 2 with a 430. So I picked this one for a couple reasons. One, because the panel was very similar to the plane that I fly in the real world, and I also picked it because at least versus the fixed gear planes that Just Fly has, for longer flights, whether it be for FS economy or just like a longer PE flight, this gives me the ability to suck the gear up, pull the prop back, and land a little bit. It's really nicely modeled, yeah, and it's really the only differences between this plane and the plane that I fly. Like I said, the 430 versus the 530. My dude, Captain Darkon, thank you for the follow, Ryan. So the 530 versus the 430, and then the quadrant right here and the gear. So it's pretty spot on, which is cool. And thanks to Finbar, we got the right colored seats with the red piping and everything. Departure for Foxtrot Golf. Yeah, thank you, Ryan. Yeah, so everybody, so Captain Darkon, Ryan, in the chat there. When I first built my PC, I was working for a company up in Washington State, and a coworker of mine was kind of into computers as well. So he helped me build my PC when I was first putting everything together and parting it. He was the IT guy at the company that I was working for. So when I finally got that computer built, it prompted him to build. He bought a gaming PC. He hadn't been into gaming for a while, and me building my gaming PC prompted him to buy an updated rig. So we gamed a little bit. We played PUBG. We were terrible at it. That's all I wanted to play was PUBG. That was the only game I wanted to play.
The wind 02010, runway 12 right at Alpha, clear for takeoff.
Hang on. I forgot to check in. Las Vegas departure. Sorry for the delay. Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf 4,800, climbing to 10,500.
Air 444 Foxtrot Golf, North Las Vegas departure, radar contact. Romeo, taxi
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Right, David. So David and I were playing PUBG. We're terrible at it. We're freaking garbage at it. And I didn't know anything. So I had Discord just as a way to communicate, because it was told to me it was sold to me as a like Xbox Live but for PCs. So if you're playing multiplayer game on a PC, you use Discord to chat. So as David and I are playing, he's like, hey, my buddy Ryan wants to jump in and play with us. So Ryan, Captain Darkin, jumps in with us and we play squads. We're so bad. And this guy Ryan is like really good, and we'll be cruising at 10,500, 444 Foxtrot Golf. Well, Ryan, I think you jumped in there at some point, but yeah. So we played PUBG with Ryan and a couple of Ryan's friends, and I just like became friends with Ryan, and then I got the sim and started going down that path. And Ryan's like, hey, by the way, I started working on my private pilot's license a while ago. I haven't flown in a while, but I'm thinking about getting a flight simulator too. So Ryan got a flight simulator, got X-Plane, and then we just started flying together, and I haven't talked to David since.
Take departure November 0 Delta Whiskey 3600 to 5000.
Alright, 00 Delta Whiskey, no, prospect departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 13,000.
13,000, 0 Delta Whiskey.
Alright, I was in the middle of my life story here. I'd love if they did a Piper Warrior 3, only because a school I worked at years ago used to fly them. They have a Warrior 2. They're coming out with a Archer 3. I don't know how different those are. The panel on the 3 is a lot different, actually. So 4 Foxtrot Golf is down right now, and the dispatch lady was asking, she like felt really bad that the plane was down. So they have another Archer, and she's like, well, I went to look to see if I can get you in the other Piper, but you're not checked out in it. And I'm like, yeah, it's a 3, and it's it's glass panel, it's an Aviation, and so I wasn't able to move over to that. I had come in during the middle of that discussion. Is that what ATCP meant? It was recently updated. Yeah, PE is clearing Bill into the Tonopah test range in restricted area. There's no way GA will fly into that. This is the first real-world problem I've found with PE. Turbinator, absolutely. Ernie, if that is the first real-world problem you found with PE, that's pretty damn good. This is definitely a weird thing. If you're gonna have a airport towered, pick a different one than this. This seems like a weird one, like a really weird one for ZLA. Like this is bizarre. See the Warrior 3. Yeah. So that is the same as the Archer 3 Torb. And to be honest, I don't like that panel. Aesthetically, it's like a flat piece of particle board that just has a bunch of circles drilled in it. Like, to me, this is a lot more designed, and it's got like the beveled edges on that and stuff. Lindsay, what's up? Currently waiting at the airport to pick up my mom. Nice. What airport are you at? Yeah, exactly, Whiskey. Yeah, this is very weird. This is very strange. I don't know how we feel.
You're looking for clearance into the restricted airspace.
Yeah, clearance into the restricted airspace, at least around the airport, I think will be above the the top of that restricted airspace, which is showing 9,700. We're breaking the system right now. Warrior doesn't have the 4LE back.
4806 West or another one?
Let's see. We're going to direct to the Beatty VOR, Bravo Tango Yankee, and then straight north. That was our plan there through Romeo 4807 Alpha was going to be that first restricted airspace we were going to transition.
Okay, yeah, 4807 Alpha is unlimited, goes up to from service to unlimited, so you would need clearance to that, but I can work on that for you.
Okay, roger that. Yeah, we could stay clear of that and come around to Romeo 4809 if that works as well, if we can't get clearance through 4807 Alpha.
Yeah, I'll work on that clearance for you. We should be able to get that for you, no problem.
Okay, roger that. 4 Foxtrot Golf. Yeah, Turbinator. Yeah, aesthetically, this is a lot more interesting of a panel, but me more than most people, I think, can definitely appreciate the desire to fly something that is familiar or something you have access to in the real world or have been in before or something like that. So, yeah, I don't blame you at all. That they're cool planes. They're super cool, obviously. Yeah, you need the 4 Lima Echo badge for sure.
10-800 Delta Whiskey is the same for you. You're going to be looking for clearance into restricted area 4807 Alpha.
Okay, so
We'll be requesting our permission to the restricted
airspace. So Romeo 809 is unlimited. Okay. So what's the 9700 that I see here, MSL?
Yeah, 4 Foxtrot Golf analysis tells me that should be no problem. It's inactive tonight.
Okay, roger that. Thanks for checking on that. 4 Foxtrot Golf. 4.
The whiskey same for you. It should be no problem. Get you that clearance. It's inactive tonight.
Thank you, sir.
So Thursday, want to come out and play games.
Wow, we've got some fast movers ready to play us right now.
Okay, guys. So check this out. Step on. If you guys can help me with this. So looking at this now, naturally, if I like for planning purposes, I'm seeing that R. I'm staying away. This Groom Lake. This is frickin' Area 51. So I'm staying out of this whole frickin' deal right here. But for just like chart education purposes, this says 9700 MSL. It's not a class delta for us. So this says 9700 MSL right here. So I'm assuming that it's going to be this little space right here. Same with, but up here it says 9700, and here says 9700. Click on Vegas and look at the special area use table on the left. Okay, so we got 4807 Alpha. So let's go 4807 Alpha.
Contact Albuquerque Center 134.32. Good night.
Okay, so you're right, unlimited. So where's 90? See if you can find 9,700 feet, where that comes in. Honestly, don't know what that 9,700 is. Yeah, you have to check the local sectional for cutouts descriptions. Yeah. Look up 9700 is the floor of the Class Echo. Is the floor of the Class Echo. Yeah, that blue hatch line is Class Echo. It's the staggered blue tick. Scroll up a little bit. Just make sure I'm like going in. Okay. Okay. It's like, what is it like? 10%, 10% instruments, 90% out the window. Not doing that. Okay, so when it's other than 700 or 1200 feet floors. Yeah, which is the, hey, what's up, Quasar? Yeah, which is that, like, the, yeah, this is weird. I mean, this is obviously a unique situation. Alright. Hopefully, everything goes smoothly. What, do you got a couple more hours left? Scroll up to the graphical legend. Alright, here we go. Alright, so differentiates floor of Class Echo airspace greater than 700 feet above surface. So Class Echo airspace exists at 1200 AGL, unless otherwise designated as shown above. Class Echo airspace low altitude federal airways are indicated by center line intersection. Arrows are direct. Oh, that's below us. Okay. Well, that's good, right? Hopefully it goes well. Okay, got it. Thank you, original geek. Okay, so that's a little bit weird. Not land at Tonopah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess if you have a choice between random desert and like Area 51, you're gonna get shot down by a frickin' F-16. I guess you're gonna pick whatever. Torbinator, welcome to the freak show, dude, because I think we all share that same sentiment. We're all freaking crazy. Dude, Torbinator, I don't know if you saw it. I did a stream a couple weeks ago before my dual cross country where I had the camera facing down and I had out the frickin' plotter and we did a navlog for like 4 hours and people watched. Like, the feedback I got from that was amazing. Like, I'm almost tempted to do that again because people liked it so much. But for God's sake, this is the freak show. So I still don't understand how. All right, we'll need to figure that out. We're all freaks here on a Friday night discussing Class Echo airspace. Yeah, Turbinator. No, like, not joking. Pencil, plotter, E6B. Let's see if that's. It may have been deleted. Yeah, I think that's. I don't have. Do we have clips of that? Did anyone make a clip of that? Oh yeah.
Air 4 Foxtrot Golf, contact Nellis approach 119er.35.
119er35, 444 Foxtrot Golf.
November 800 Delta Whiskey, contact Nellis approach 119er.35. 19350.
Alright, Niner Delta Whiskey. Let me sneak in here. Nellis approach, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf, 10,500.
Airport Foxtrot Golf, Nellis approach, Roger.
Alright, Torbs, check this out. This is a clip. I don't even know what this is for, but this is a clip. This is what it looked like. What?
300 Delta Whiskey, now support truck.
How did did that clip not work? I don't know. One of those damn things. Hey, what's up, Tech?
4 Foxtrot Golf, turn the ball, altimeter 3029.
Alright, 3029 or 444 Foxtrot Golf.
0 Delta Whiskey, turn the ball, altimeter 3029.
3029, 0 Delta.
Oh, jeez. Missed that on the checklist. For F's sake. Step on more nerd activities, please.
700 Tango, Van
Torbs, I had come in during the middle of that original discussion before he took off. Is that what ATC PE meant when he said it was recently updated? Yeah, I think... Yeah, so what Chris said is that it was recently added to PilotEdge coverage area. Which I was not... I don't know like how recently that happened, but apparently it was recent.
I'm sorry, I missed that last call. Who was that?
Yeah, I mean this definitely sounds like something that would be good on the PilotEdge Discord. See, on PE there have been flights there since 2011.
1671, Quebec to Orange Tower, make straight runway 29 right report.
I mean, we can find out. I mean, we just ask. We can just ask Keith like what the hell the deal is. I wonder if PE procedures haven't caught up yet. It would be a great question for them. I agree. I mean, I'm going. I'm gonna ask for sure. Bill's stirring it up. When was it? It was probably a month ago that I kind of thought like, hey, have I gone to every ZLA airport? And I looked at the map. I pulled up the map that we looked at before, and I was like, oh, okay, they're Mesa, Arizona. So I did a flight out there, which was cool. That's in ZLA for some reason. And then I saw the two north of Vegas. It's like, oh, that's kind of, those are random. And I just hadn't gotten around to going up here. And Wednesday, I went out to whatever the one is. It's like it's not too far. Creech Air Force Base or whatever. And I couldn't make it before PE closed to this one. So I don't know. This is weird. I would say eliminate this one, honestly. Keeping them honest. Tonopah has been restricted. Yeah. Yeah, it's very strange. Okay, so we talked about this at the beginning a little bit, and now that we got some more people in here, I'll ask the group. So I got an iPad. I ordered an iPad. I fucked the crap out of this decision. Like, which I do. I do that for almost everything. It annoyed the crap out of Julie. She's like, oh my god, just pick a freaking iPad. But everything that I read said, iPad mini. Get the mini. You know, I fly 172. I got the mini. I love it. I fly, you know, a Cherokee. Get the mini. It fits perfectly. Everybody said, get the mini. It's great. It's great. It's great. It's great. It's great. So, I mean, to the point where it's like, I was just like, well, no freaking duh, I'm going to get the iPad mini. Like, everybody loves it. iPad mini hasn't been updated since 2015, I think. Step on. Well, that's I'm getting to that. I am getting to that. So I ordered everything. I got it all. I landed on a yoke mount because I wanted to have it kind of like right in front of me and not suction cupped and blocking the panel a little bit more. And I wanted to not sacrifice any of the view out the window. So I went with the Mini. Like I'll have a Mini. I'll have it yoke mounted, angled up a little bit. It's gonna be friggin' fantastic, right? So I got the what is this? The Ram mount. I'm sure you guys have seen this. So this goes onto the yoke. This just sticks on there, and then you got the little articulating arm, which you can, kind of move around and position, and have the iPad. It basically be like this. So the iPad's here on the yoke. The actual yoke is right here. So it's out of the way. It's great, right? So then it comes with this little guy here, which is iPad mini sized, if you might notice, right? Nice and mini. Then I got this tempered glass little thing, which says, let's take a look at this. What does that say? What does that say? Yeah, that's right. That shit says iPad Mini 4 right there. So I'm clearly in iPad Mini mode, right? I got all these recommendations. Get the Mini. Keith says, dude, get a Mini. Goldsy says, hey Keith, your Lancer is friggin' tiny. iPad Mini 4. Right? Like, friggin' sweet deal. So I get the package with the screen protector, with the RAM mount. I'm ready to go. I whispered Goldie to him. Oh, okay. As I said, there was a definite confusion when Bill requested it, and there is a civilian airfield outside the restricted area. That's what I'm guessing the confusion is coming from. Yeah, Ernie, I agree. But it's an untowered in real life as well. Okay, so I get the delivery with all the iPad Mini stuff, right? Because I took the recommendations, I read it. Reddit's all about the Mini. There's some annoyance that it hasn't been updated since 2015. God damn. Like, ruining this big reveal, which I'm sure you guys can sense what is coming. God damn. So I get the box, I open up the box to the iPad, and does PE allow you to fly military training rounds? That's a good question. Hey, what's up, Chili? Oh, Chili, thank you so much for the host. What's up, everybody from Chili Stream? You guys are gonna get something significantly different. We're trying to break PilotEdge right now, and it seems to be actually working. Come on, where you at? Where you at, EGT? This sounds like a good time as any for our sponsor. Unbeknownst to him, so I just want to be clear that nobody knows that they're sponsoring this stream. But the stream, the cruise portion of this stream is brought to you by Steve01 Knievo, who has a message for everybody.
If you guys do like these videos, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. Also subscribe to the channel.
Thank you, Steve-O. To what extent does PE deal with special use airspace? I remember in the past those airports were treated as non-towered, and they are communicated with the supposed controlling agency. Steve-O. There's a Steve-O. Hey, what's up, PilotEdge Flyer? So special use airspace is treated as special use airspace, but it's almost always treated as cold. The airports within the special use airspace are usually treated as untowered, but Steve, and it's Steve, not Steve O, because that 0 looks like an O. So Steve O99, what's up? Okay, so back to the iPad. Yeah, Storm. Okay, so I've got the RAM mount. Got the RAM mount, right? I've got the RAM mount housing for the Mini. Okay, I've got the tempered glass screen protector for the Mini, right? It's a PA-28. It's an Archer. It's small. I'm a big freaking dude. I'm 6'5". I don't have a lot of room in here. So I open up the box of the iPad, and I'm looking at this thing going, God damn, this is the Mini? This thing is huge. So I look at the box, and the box says iPad. It says iPad 6th generation. I got the 32 gigabyte. And I'm just like, what the hell? This is an iPad. Like, if this is the Mini, like what is going on? Yes, Brett, I did get it, and I was surprised that it got here so quickly. So I'm like, this thing is enormous. Like, look at the size of this thing. And really, it's not that enormous, is the thing. So I put it on my knee, and I was like, iPad not so mini. I put it on my knee, and I was like, yeah, this is pretty good. And I kind of did this thing where, like, I did the, okay, if it's on the yoke, you know, I'm like, yeah, that's, you know, that's not too bad, right? So I look at it, I was like, what the hell, did Amazon, because Amazon, who I have a very much love-hate relationship with, and it's kind of, Illinois Simmer, welcome aboard, thank you so much for the follow. You know, so I was like, did they send me the wrong freaking thing? Stick hits on occasion. Yeah, so if I go with the yoke mount, you know, I saw pictures online, and it's really hard to gauge based off of pictures online, like on you know, reviews and whatever. But like the Mini looked huge. I was like, God, that looks enormous on the yoke. See, I use iPad 2 on my kneeboard, which is fine, and stick hits the occasion. So yeah, so now I'm stuck with the decision, like, so I have the regular iPad, which has the A10 Bionic, you know, it's quicker, battery's better, it's bigger, the larger screen is better. The larger screen is also nice for like in the plane studying. So if I have ForeFlight on, you know, a larger screen is easier to see. I can download the POH, and I've got, you know, a bigger screen to read the frickin' god-awful Piper POH charts. So I'm kind of thinking that, God, I might want to stick with the regular iPad. So I don't know. I'm really torn. Like, so if this is right, I mean it's not small, but yoke mount iPad. I've never used it as a pilot, but I like the screen size on the non-mini iPad. Okay. Longer battery life. I have 4 Foxtrot Golf. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're cleared through restricted airspace 4807 Alpha.
4807 Alpha and 4809.
Okay, 4807 Alpha and 4809 or 444 Foxtrot Golf. Thanks. Okay, here's what we're gonna do, guys. This is what we're gonna do. Stick with it and make it work. Okay, I love that. Did I just hear the follow thing? I apologize. Drummer J08. Drummer J, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the follow. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I wonder if you get a deviation. Yeah. Okay. I got the iPad. I've got everything. I am going to not be a dumbass. DSN 1491, welcome aboard. Thank you so much for the follow. Tom Cruise thanks you as well, apparently. Vote. Yeah, I like the vote idea. But what I'm thinking is I actually go to the plane tomorrow. I can go to the airplane. I can do that and bring everything with me and test it out on the airplane. Even though it can't fly right now, I can still sit in the damn thing. That's what we're gonna do. Vote. Well, let's just go for a vote. Let's go for a vote, but I'm going to test it regardless. But let's do, let's see, 1 equals iPad. No, we'll do this. 1 equals iPad mini. 2 equals iPad. So if you've used or recommend the mini, hit 1. If you use or recommend the iPad, 2. How much space will there be between the edge of the iPad and the yoke grips if you have to grab the yoke quickly? Yeah, I think we should be okay on that, honestly, but I'll take a picture of it tomorrow. Okay, so Coleman says mini. Step on Whiskey or 2s. November 1 Hawk says 2. DSN says 2. Slinzer says 2. But I think Torb has the right approach. Yeah, I just need to test it out. And it's, I mean, luckily I have access, I should have access to the plane. So I will do that like first thing in the morning tomorrow as I'm going to go to the airport. I'm going to go down to John Wayne and check that out. That's kind of like a no-brainer. So I am going to leave it wrapped. So what I was planning on doing is having assumed that it was going to be like what I was expecting it to be. Because if I had the iPad Mini, it'd be done. Because I had made the decision that the iPad Mini was going to be the one. So I would have ripped off the plastic. I would have ForeFlight on it right now. But that's not the case, so it kind of threw me off. I would have it up on the screen right now. So I'll go to the airport tomorrow. I will test it in the plane. And then I will see if I like it, and if I don't, I will return the iPad and get the Mini. If I do like it, then I will contact the marketplace seller and get a new backing plate for the regular iPad and get a new screen protector. So that's it. RC, that's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. Yeah, just have like a template for the Mini. That's an excellent idea. Okay. See, this is why. I mean, it's not the only reason why, but this is one of the reasons why you guys are so awesome, because this kind of stuff is things that would drive me insane because I overthink everything, and having you guys to be able to bounce this stuff off of makes me not go freaking insane. Now that I think about it, I understand strictly for PilotEdge's sakes. But they also pride themselves on realism, and clearing Bill into airspace that would never be cleared in the real world is a little bit bogus. It is a special, is an SFC unlimited and continuous operations. There is no way GA aircraft would be cleared into the Tonopah test range, and they told him it was towered. Yeah. Whiskey, I think you hit it. I think Whiskey got, I think he got the answer right there. You're absolutely right. Keith has government clients and some in the works, and I know that. I guarantee you that is the case. I 100% guarantee you that is the case. Yep. So for us, for general aviation purposes, or for commercial purposes for that matter, getting cleared into this airspace is, one, something that we would never do on our own accord, and therefore Chris is not going to really know that. If there was a commercial client logged on that he would know about, then he would have been briefed. But the fact that he didn't know about that tells me that is the case. Let's actually ask that. What controller are we on right now? They do yes, they do. Yeah, so the corporate clients are, it's the same, everything's the same. What approach? What approach are we on right now? I can't remember what. Yeah, let's wake Goldsy up. Like, seriously, what approach are we on right now? 119.35? Nellis, that's right. Yes, Slender. Yes, Nellis approach. Nellis approach. Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf. Do you have a second for a question? Chris, is it possible that this airport is towered for government contracts?
That's what I believe it is, because before it was just military only, but they've opened it up to all people. Honestly, I would email Keith or Peter and ask them. I really don't have the answer for that.
Have you had anyone fly here that's not a commercial client? Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's for commercial clients, but we're just curious. Trying to hit every ZLA airport, saw this on there, so wanted to give it a shot. But it's bizarre.
Yeah, they don't give us much guidance on these military airports, but I know in the real world, if it's not active, you can get a real world clearance into restricted airspace, but that's only if it's inactive at the time.
Okay, yeah. Considering that Area 51 is pretty close, I don't think Piper Archer would get cleared into here in real life, though.
Probably not, but they tell us that if there's nothing going on, we can clear you into it.
Okay, cool, awesome. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is, as our guess. Hey, Phantom, what's up, man? Phantom, that was, oh my god. Phantom, were you watching the stream earlier today? Goldsy might be working. I'll text him real quick. The Space Force. Oh, Phantom. So we did the what's it called? The wrestling thing. The hell? We did the wrestling game again, and Phantom was in there, and I was making a bunch of highly inappropriate jokes regarding your username, and no one appreciated them. Well, I'm not going to bother Goldsy tonight. I would call him, or at least text him. Is he on Discord right now? If he's logged into Discord. but I don't think he is. No. Yeah, I don't think he is. Phantom, you never see him coming.
For the I-11.
Oh god. Step on. I read that and didn't even think about it until I thought about it for a second. That is hilarious. We've got an old gray-haired couple on the tarmac with M16s. Oh my god. No, I did not say yiz, but I made comments. So it was like whatever the round was. So okay, for Newegg Plays, for those of you that don't know, I work for Newegg and I'm on the Newegg Plays stream. And today we had whatever the WWE wrestling game is like whatever the hell it is. We have like all these we have like 30 created wrestlers based off of Discord members, and Phantom is on there, and he's all white. He's in like this white robe with this white hood on, so he looks like a sperm. We call him Phantom, even though his name is Phantom Jizz. So he's got this white hood on. This looks hilarious. So whatever the match was like a free for all basically. So I said I wonder if Phantom can stick two of the other wrestlers together, and no one thought that was funny. I thought it was good. And then he got beat up, so he was hanging out like way off in the corner, like he was kind of knocked out, and they like the wrestlers will go like take a breather in the corner or whatever if they get like beat up too much. So then he like popped up, and I said something about like I wonder if someone left Phantom in a tube sock. Yeah. I know. It's not a sophisticated joke, Phantom. But I felt compelled to make some jokes of that nature. But you know, not everyone's a hit. Yeah, DCS is available on PilotEdge, or PilotEdge is available on DCS. I have no idea how that works. No idea.
We are looking out advice already.
Phantom, I would argue the exact opposite of that, but you know, I'm also a child.
35367 Maria Tower, the wind variable 4, proceed on course runway 30, clear for takeoff. Number 700 Tango, clear for commission page, just to maintain 4,000.
Here's something funny. How many of you guys are on Instagram? I like Instagram. I used it a lot in my previous job, so I'm kind of inclined to use it. But I'll post pictures of like flying and 4 Foxtrot Golf and whatever. But I posted a few pictures of screenshots from the sim, and they just got like insane, like relatively insane likes compared to the real freaking plane. Like I got this like gorgeous picture of a sunset with the real 4 Foxtrot Golf in the wing. It looks gorgeous, and it got 70 likes. Then I got one of me and Brad flying in formation in the simulator. It's a screenshot of a video game with 257 likes. Whatever. Steve, you may ask any question you would like, but considering a CPU question, definitely. Hit me with it. i7 8700K or i7 9700K? I will default to the newest one. I would just always say get the newest one. Neither are going to be... you're not going to go wrong with either one. I would just say if you're building a new PC and you don't have like a huge like budget constraint, just get the newest one. That's kind of what I would recommend. But if you have a budget, there's really no difference in between the two. I think the 9700Ks are a little bit better with overclocking, I think. You should Instagram blog your life. I mean, that's kind of what I do. So here's my Instagram. Yeah. So this is my Instagram. Now I have. And we're getting into like life story territory. So let's go. Again, I did this for work. Like I managed a company's Instagram account that was pretty successful. So like just random crap, right? This is getting pretty deep. Like all the Angel games I would go to, just like what yeah, I think we're getting pretty deep here. So yeah, here's my little motorcycle. This was photo shoot from work. There's a video that I made. Social media is so funny. Like you could have, you know, like all it would. I don't know. It's weird. Thanks. Thank you, Finbar. Here's my little alpha. So I don't know. Like I'm not like too oversharey and whatever. But you know, since I've been flying, it's obviously been like the main thing I've been thinking about. This is from the Flight Shops video. There's my head right there. Yeah, I mean, I got like some. Like that's a pretty rad picture, right? That's pretty cool.
Santa Barbara approach, Cessna 35367, 7 miles northeast.
Like there's my face, there's Captain Grizz's face, and we're sitting in a Cessna Citation 10. Right? That's pretty cool. 77 likes, right? And I'm interested in this strictly from like a marketing standpoint. So you go up to like here's a gorgeous picture. I freaking love this picture. 55 likes, right? And again, I'm not talking about this in terms of like I'm a Instagram whore and I want all the likes and whatever. It's just very interesting from a content impressions perspective. This works better if you post a picture of Ryan Seacrest and caption "feeling like $1 million today." Yeah. That's really funny. Like here's me on my solo. This like Julia took this picture of me flying over my first solo. Like cool picture, right? Like it's a, you know, I don't know. I think it's a cool picture. So then you've got a picture of me sitting in a Cirrus, and then all of a sudden 123 likes. Like this picture's stupid, but people found it and liked it, whatever. Okay, this is the simulator. This is X-Plane. Focus on quality or views? I focus on quality. I actually don't focus on anything. I just kind of post what I think looks cool and what I want to share. But it's just interesting from a because I am a marketer. I am a marketing manager at Newegg. I've managed social media before, so I find this stuff interesting to compare just from that perspective. But we got 113 here, and it's a video game. Like, no disrespect. Yes, yeah, Torbany, that's exactly right. It's interesting to me what is actually, what's up, Cessna? Like, here's another one. Like, here, just my knees in a Phenom, Phenom 100. Like 127 likes. I don't understand. I don't understand that. Flying a Catalina. Gorgeous, right? 80. Then you've got a simulator. This is fake. 140. It does look real. Like, it looks real. Like, it looks really good. But I say, like, oh yeah, and it's fake. So I'm not trying to, like, pull the wool over anybody's eyes. Like, awesome in-air photo credit to no one, because again, fake. It's interesting to me. The simulator gets more likes, and we're talking a relatively very small numbers here, but relatively speaking, there's a fake picture, 139. This is the real damn plane, 65. And I think, this is kind of an interesting picture. It's like, whatever, it's white noise compared to what Instagram is. Here's the real LAX. I flew over LAX in real life. Not as interesting to people as the simulator. I don't know. And this one was just weird. I think this is the most likes I've ever gotten on a picture before. 258. But I don't know. I just thought that was kind of interesting. Not really any point to that, but in a way it makes sense since we are amazed what technology is real. Yeah, I agree too. Like, I'm amazed by it as well. Your Instagram should be all the sim or X-Clean. Hey, what's up, Kelvo? Long time, man. Absolutely. 10,000 likes. Well, bots know their own, so they will fake. That's the difference between us. You care about what younger generation understands. I don't give two shits about that. They don't get me. I don't get them. We call it even. Yeah, and it's not really that. It's just interesting to me. I just find it interesting that, for. I've said this numerous times. Like, I would rather spend money on the real stuff than the fake stuff, but not for any reason other than just the experience of it. So, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. It's the ignorant. Can they leave comments on that platform, or is it more like a like and move? No, you can leave comments. Yeah. They can leave comments. But it's funny that it's like, it's pretty reliable, that if it's simulator picture, for some reason it gets more attention. If it's a real airplane, it doesn't. And I think it probably has a lot to do with the fact that there are, like, if you're following aviation accounts, there's stuff that's way cooler than any of the crap that I will ever do out there that you're probably following and interested in. So seeing, my little rental Archer sitting on the ramp with a sunset is like, whatever, dude.
Direction from the field.
But looking at a simulator picture that, like, holy crap, is that fake or is that real? Like, wow. That, I understand it from that perspective. Nelson Pros, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf. We got to step away for a minute.
Foxtrot Golf, British request to report back.
All right, we'll report back for Foxtrot Golf. I've had a lot of grappa. By the way, anyone, if you're having trouble digesting your food at the end of a hearty meal, grappa, piave, sono molto italiano, quindi bevere questo. Eccolo qui. Un momento.
Position checks, 5 Sierra Lima. 5 Sierra Lima, you said you want to be 1
123 Sierra Juliet, level 7000.
Yeah, that's affirmative, 5 Sierra Lima. So 123 Sierra Juliet, still clear approach the Ontario Altimeter 3016.
Chicago, please schedule, thank you.
Nellis approach, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf, back with you.
Airport Foxtrot Golf, Archer, thank you. Airport Foxtrot Golf, 84%, your discretion, you can plane the straight in runway 32.
Okay, VFR descent, and we'll be straight in for runway 32, 444 Foxtrot Golf, thanks. Where in God's name is the airport? Is that it? That flat little son of a bitch? Ugh. God damn it. Alright. You are the one that made your wife do a solo run on X-Plane on YouTube. That yes. And we have a special clip direct from the time when Julia soloed on PilotEdge. Are we ready for it? Anyone under 18 earmuffs?
Cessna Skypack 204. Fuck.
Oh my god. Yep. N1, did you come over from Chili's stream, or did you see the YouTube video and come over that way?
It's just is what it is. It's just complete total
Man, we've been light on the audio cues tonight. Skynet is taking over soon with all the simulation plays on stream. The machine may leave you alone. I keep the Roomba in my closet. You know. Is she a real pilot? And yes, YouTube and Chili Stream. Okay, got it. No, she's not a real pilot. This is kind of interesting. So my dad was a Navy pilot. Dread Platoon. I like that name a lot. What's up, man? Thank you so much for the follow. So my dad was a Navy pilot. He flew A4 Skyhawks.
Good night, happy day.
125.7. Carrier-based A4 Skyhawks. He got out of.
Airport in sight, 12 o'clock, 14 miles.
Yeah, we got the airport in sight. 444 Foxtrot Golf.
444 Foxtrot Golf, make sure runway 32, contact
Contact Silverboat Tower 124.75.
Okay, Silverboat Tower 124.75 and straight in for runway 26, 444 Foxtrot Golf. 32, 4 Foxtrot Golf. Hang on one second. We'll be straight in here for a while, but Silverboat Tower, good evening. Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf. We're straight in for runway 32. We have the weather.
444 Foxtrot Golf, Roger. Runway 32, clear to land.
Runway 32, clear to land, 444 Foxtrot Golf. Hey, what's up, Zodius? Let's see. Okay, so, yeah, so my dad was a pilot.
Certified wind 34013.
Thanks for the win, 4 Foxtrot Golf. Dad was a pilot in the Navy. When he was finished with the Navy, he purchased a 140, Cessna 140, like 6 months after we got married to my mom. He flew that for a few years and then bought a Beechcraft Skipper. Had that for like 7 or 8 years. I actually flew that plane when I was 7. No, geez, I almost said 7. When I was 2 years old. And then we rented some planes when we were a little bit older. So I kind of flew, and it was like maybe a half dozen times. So it really wasn't anything crazy. So I had the background, but it wasn't like crazy into it. Julia, my wife, when we met in college. I've known her since we were 19, which is freaking ridiculous. But she randomly said, "I want to learn how to fly." When we were like maybe 20, something like that. So I remember going to Brackett Field. He was the great Forelli. He was, yes. So I remember like going to Brackett Field and like getting a sheet on flight school, and I mean, like, no money. I was a student athlete. I had no money. And we're just like, good Lord. I think it was like $6,000-$7,000 at the time. Like, looking back on it, that would have been a good time to learn how to fly. But we ended up just kind of putting it off. But we would go to airports a little bit for lunch and whatever. The airport diner, which is one of my favorite things ever. So I asked her, I was like, hey, what made you want to say you wanted to learn how to fly? Like, it was a very random, bizarre thing for her to say. And she's like, I don't know, I just have always thought about it and always wanted to fly. She then told me that her uncle, her dad's brother, was killed in a small plane crash way before she was born. Like when he was 23 or something. So I found out about that, and I was like, are you kidding me? So your uncle, like, you have an aviation death in the family, which is really no joke. And I was like, what on earth would want you to learn how to fly after knowing that, like after knowing the family history of that? And she was just like, you know what, I don't know, but I feel like I want to be up in an airplane. It's very weird because she's not mechanically inclined. She doesn't, she always wants me to drive. She's happy just sitting there. So it was very, very strange that she wanted to learn how to fly before I had even said anything. So when I got the simulator, when I kind of got bit hard by the bug, she is like so on board with me flying, and very, very supportive. And she just wants to be up in the airplane. Like the times that we have been up there, she is just so happy and content. It's awesome. November 1 Hawk. N1 Hawk, thank you so much for the follow. From YouTube to live. Thank you, sir. Dude, we got cleared to land like freaking deep. So that means that we're gonna have to make this one really good. Ernie, a good friend of mine's grandfather was a World War I pilot, and he still has his logbook in goggles. Dude, that's awesome. That's really awesome. What's up, super cool guy? A4. Yeah. So hang on.
Bill's one of my favorite guys to yell at.
Indeed. So so Julia's grandparents, the parents of her uncle who died, just moved out of their house after 50-something years into, like an apartment, basically. They're 92 and 90 or something like that, or 91 and 89. I have his logbook. I have Julia's uncle's logbook. He was a CFI. He was a multi-engine CFI. He was working on... He wanted to fly since he was little. And I talked to Grandma about it, and she said all Paul wanted to do is just fly. Since the time he was a little kid, he knew exactly what he wanted to do and wanted to fly. So as they were cleaning out all the stuff in this move, I'm gonna get get choked up talking about it. I have his logbook, and it's like his main thick logbook, and I'm going, and one I'll get to in a second, but having now started to learn this stuff and understand what it looks like, logbook and looking up the N number, and he flew a twin Comanche, or he was in a 172, or oh wow, he's flew a 205, or I don't remember the exact planes that he was flying in, but understanding what those planes were, and and looking at the last entry he had in that logbook, and knowing the impact that it had on my extended family, my in-laws, and how it shaped all of their lives. Like it was it's crazy. It's super crazy. Am I the only person I know with a logbook and a degree in astrophysics? Dread Platoon, please join my Discord. I love astrophysics like freaking crazy. I'm gonna land this airplane really quick, and N1 will get right back to you. Hang on. A bit high here. Okay, so the arrow, because of the landing gear, the retractable gear is very, very nose heavy, and just heavy overall, so it does not store the same energy that the Archer that I fly does. So you can't, like in the Archer, I'd be idle right now and just like floating down, but the arrow, you need to keep a little bit of power in there, otherwise it'll fall like a rock. But you just kinda, we're gonna let it float, but I wanna get a good score here. 7! Frickin' 7! I gotta get out of the way. Slinger's coming behind me. Freaking 7! How do you get out of this airport? Oh my god! The fart master of the poop. Okay, Tower. I'm showing the ramp to the left. Is that possible for Foxtrot Golf?
Our scenery is to the right, but if you need to go left, that's fine.
Okay, we'll be off to the left and taxi to the ramp for Foxtrot Golf. Slitzer kicked your ass, and I am now at Tonopah Test Range Bar laughing at you stopping on the runway. Well, where's the turnoff? Oh my god, Dread. Okay, that is freaking awesome. Dark matter and dark energy. Ugh. Yeah, is this a turnoff? Yeah. Yeah, this is totally bonkers. Tech. Yes. Turns out it's to the right. We will deal with it later.
On departure flight 240, expect for adventures, still beach VOR. Dennis Files, climate maintain 4,000. Correction, climate maintain 2,000. Expect 4,000 5 minutes after departure. Departure is a 128.1, squawk 3473.
Skyhawk 633 Delta clear to Hawthorne.
All right, Dread. Well, that's freaking awesome, dude. Thank you so much for joining the Discord. I can't wait to talk to you about that. That's freaking awesome. Okay, N1. I was thinking about becoming a pilot in real life. How long does it take? 6,000 to 7,000 to do the course. So N1, that is a very difficult question to ask. It depends on a bunch of different factors. Where you're located, what plane you're using, how much you study. It could take you 60 to 70 hours. I think the average is 60. Some people do it in the minimum 40, 45 hours. But it's like Canada. Okay, so all right, Slinzer, have a great one. Thanks for flying with me. You kicked my ass on that. If you had beat me there, you probably got direct. Just want PPL. Yeah. I'm kind of the same way. RC, I hope so. That's kind of my goal. I cheat more. It's okay. I don't know, RC. I would. That's the goal. That's kind of what I hope. All right, Slinzer, have a great one, man.
Air 515, Sierra Leone. Contact Joshua approach 126.1, connect.
42, tech, nice. So this is my uncle-in-law's logbook. This hasn't been open since he died, probably. But he was all over the place. PA 30. Here's a Mooney. Flew a lot of the PA 30. Generator check. Rain flight. A lot of PA 30. Tri-Pacer. Beach 18. 172. 150. He flew a lot of stuff. 150 Archer, PA 28 181 Archer.
J1 ground, Skyhawk 6338 Delta is on the east parking request, ready for taxi.
6338 Delta J1 ground, runway
1978.
At Kilo, Texas VL.
2 days before my birthday. 8 years before. February 6th, 1978. He flew a Piper Archer. Oh, thank you, Tex. Awesome. Would it cost you my soul? Yeah. Master logs are lifetime volumes of airtime. Yeah. So N1, this is my recommendation. If you haven't been up before, find your local flight school and just take a discovery flight. Get some information from them if you like them, if you like the instructor, if you like the setup, if the planes look good. Take a discovery flight. Schedule it. This is how easy it is. N1, can you in chat type in your? I'm gonna like start losing it if I look at this anymore. I just can't do it. So we're not gonna talk about that. What's up, Brad? No, you missed part of the show, but we have. There's more to come. N1, in the chat, type in the identifier for your local airport, and we'll get you set up here. Where's the nearest? Where?
367, the Bakersfield Airport, 12 o'clock and 15 miles wise, we're near the field.
Yes, yeah. February 8th is my birthday, just not 1978 or whatever that was. Okay. Yeah. So Brad, I wanted. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to. I wanted to fly to every airport in ZLA and PilotEdge. So I've hit all of these except for these two. So I did this one on Wednesday, and then this one is the only one I had left, Tonopah Test Range. And we have some questions for PilotEdge. Let's see here. You just said, okay. Phantom, do we share the same birthday? Yes! Tonopah? No, and it's not even that one. It's the test range. Kilo Tango November X-ray. Dude, Phantom, I love that. Okay, I don't know that, but I know it's Oshawa Municipal Airport. Okay, let's go Oshawa. Right? Yeah. Okay. Oshawa Municipal Airport, and we're going to go flight schools. Okay. So you got Toronto Airways Flight Academy, Flight Center, Flight Academy. So just
Gentlemen, clearance Grumman 81041, West Ramp with Golf, requesting IFR.
Just for the sake of looking at this, so we'll do pilot training. This actually looks like it's a little bit our school, our fleet. Here we go. 150, 172, Aero, Aztec. Okay. Structure rates. Okay, so this is actually pretty fair. So 152, 172 is 145 with $65 for instructor. So that's pretty good. So all you do. This is all you do, N1. Oh, did you already do it? Brad, look at that. Introductory flight, step 1. Yep. That's exactly what I was going to do. Is all you got to do is call up, and these are awesome. Like $178, 152. I mean, I would just say do the 172, $170. Do the full hour. Yeah, and that is true, Brad. Yeah, exactly. Do the full hour in a 172, and all you got to do is call up. Just call them, call that number, and say, "Hi, my name is N1 Hawk, and I would like to schedule a discovery flight." And that's it. That's all you got to do. And they say, "Cool. What days work for you?" And you say, "Hey, how about next Saturday at 12? And they're like, "Hey, it's negative 25 Celsius. We're not flying right now." And you go, "Oh yeah, that's right. How about April?" But I mean, honestly, just call them. Like, call them tomorrow. What do they do in those flights? It's basically like they let you fly. You sit in the left seat. You're in control. They'll go over everything. They'll do a pre-flight with you. They'll say, hey, here's the aileron, here's the flaps. This does that. I mean, they walk you through everything. You'll be infected for life.
35367, thank you, sir. Regular service.
Really, Brad? Oh, that's awesome. I am
Bakersfield Tower,
a huge proponent of Discovery Flights. Anybody that has ever talked to me, whether it's on the stream or on YouTube or in real life, like, oh, I've always wanted to fly. I just say, here's your nearest flight school. Call the number. Go.
6338 Delta, contact SoCal departure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an old sim picture too. That's hilarious. I've never done anything with an airplane. Will they help me learn? Oh yeah, no, they will walk you through everything. It's what they're doing. Think of it like this: it's like a test drive. They're trying to sell you on it. Now they charge you for it, so it's not like a freebie. They charge you for the time and for the plane and everything. It's a discounted rate generally, but their goal is to get you excited about flying, so you come to them and train and rent planes from them. So that's their goal. They're going to give you. You could be like, I want to go up in this plane. I don't want to touch anything. Fly me. And they will fly you around in the CFI. We'll have a great time showing you what all the buttons do. And hey, check this out. Hey, here's a steep turn. Hey, here's a stall. Like, whatever you want to do, they'll do it. Or you can be like, hey, I've got a flight sim. I know some stuff. I can kind of I like to fly as much as possible. Then done. And by the way, this is a 182, isn't it?
Number 38 Delta, turn right direct Still Beach, resuming navigation.
Okay, so now that we're in the middle of effing nowhere. Like, seriously, look at this crap. Middle of nowhere. Yeah, my pleasure, N1. I love that. If you do it, like, please let me know, because I would love I would love knowing that you actually did it and see how it went, because it's really easy. It seems like it would be a very complicated process, and like, do you need any information? Do you need any documentation? It's like, no, you just schedule it, you show up, they take you flying, pay them, that's it. Like, it's could not be any easier. And everyone that's done it, and Brad has been the CFI during it, like, they will all tell you, like, it's super easy. All you got to do is call and schedule it. That's it. Done. Sammy, do you like it? We're broadcasting live from the Orange County Winter Wonderland. Brad, I bet, man. I loved it, and that is part of, like, what excites me about getting my license, is being kind of like a source of discovery flights for my friends and family. Like, hey, let's go for a little flight, and obviously I'm not a CFI, and it's not a discovery flight, but I am insanely excited to get to a point where I can introduce somebody to an airplane.
Left downwind 30.
367, runway 30.
There should be a few, Brett. There should be a few at Van Nuys, I would think. Well, you're not too far from Whiteman either. You didn't go on the Discovery flight though, did you, Brett?
Pull up. Pull up.
Oh, nice tech. Sammy, welcome aboard. Thank you so much for the follow. Went to Encore, checked that out. They were how do I be nice? You don't have to be nice. Oh, there you go. Brad is, yeah, they sucked, and that's nice. It was like frat boys flying. Yikes. To do Discovery flights, do you need to be an instructor to do them? Yeah, I mean, the Discovery flight I guess technically no, but you wouldn't do a Discovery flight like... Yeah, I mean, for like... That's a good question. The technical answer is no, you don't. But yeah, you just call them. Yeah, and all you do is just call them and say you want a Discovery flight. But yeah, from like a legal standpoint, no, you don't have to be a CFI to do a Discovery flight, technically. But there's never a situation where a non-CFI is going to be at a flight school giving Discovery flights. They're going to have CFIs do the Discovery flight. Oh, I mean like Discovery flight as... Like, that's big time air quotes. Discovery flight as in, I have a friend who's never been in a small airplane. Hey, friend, would you like to go in a small airplane? Let's go in a small airplane. Yeah, so not now. So when I get my PPL, I would like to do like internal Discovery flights. Yeah. Yeah, and Brett said, yeah, it's an unofficial term. It's not a regulated thing or anything like that. It's just a flight like any other. Yeah, so it would be no different than like a friend asking you to go with them. But yeah, you can't get paid for a Discovery flight if you're not a CFI. You can't get paid for a Discovery flight if you're not commercial rated, right? If you're paying for it, may as well get the CFI. I could theoretically take someone up and teach someone as much as they would in an hour with the CFI. That's the difference. Yeah. Yeah, you just happen to be flying with someone who has never flown before. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking about going this weekend, but it's gusting like 25 today at Van Nuys, so I want wind calm. Yeah. How many people here have their PPL? Quite a bit, I think, right? CPL is weird regarding how you can get paid, yeah. You can be reimbursed as an equal share of gas and rental fees. Right. Commercial privileges are super complicated, but theoretically you could get paid for it. Practically, it's not likely. Yeah. Again, guys, like so much freaking good information. It's awesome. Oh, yep, I forgot this defaults to that. Back in normalcy. Pretty much, yeah. Well, yeah, they definitely can't log the time unless you're a CFI. So that is for sure. But yeah, I'm not sure about the like getting paid aspect of it. That is a good question. Iowa. Thank you for the host, sir. Let's wait for it. I know he's going to do it. Iowa, I know you're going to do it. Waiting for it. Not doing anything until I hear it. I know you want to, Iowa. Three 4-0 at 9. No. There it is. There it is, Iowa. Yeah, they're those are Substack, but I can.
Bill's one of my favorite guys to yell at.
That is true. Okay, so we've got 45 minutes left of PilotEdge. So, you know what? Let's do the flight that I did for the very first time.
Oh, go away.
Oh, for a second I thought he was logged in. This is the very first flight that I did in 4 Foxtrot Golf. We'll do that flight. It's a fun flight.
Whoa.
Finbar, I love how much you love that one. So I fly, again, for those of you that are new, this is my airport right here. This is where I'm based out of. It's John Wayne Airport in Orange County. And for those of you that are really new, this is Newport Beach. This out here is Laguna Beach. This here is Huntington Beach. Out there is Long Beach. Disneyland is roughly in this area. And then this is my... Oh, no. This is my hometown. Or not my hometown. This is where I live right here. This is my town. Especially when it's hacked for P3D. That's funny. METAR KSNA 7 knots. Yeah, they were going opposite. Oh yeah, I didn't point out Brad. Brad is. Hang on. Brad is right here. Here's Brad. They were running north all day. Oh yeah, all day. Yeah. Oh, I meant where I actually live. Are you over by Segerstrom? I didn't know that because we went to the Nutcracker. Point out where the homes are affordable and taxes are low. Okay. Step on. Okay, so the affordable housing and low taxes are. This is going too slow. Is this going to work? Right out here, out in this area, it's about where they are. All right turns 6 minutes from the gate at apartments at airport gate. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, let's. Brad, did you? I think Brad, you may have missed the iPad saga. Let's just get this clearance. Sammy, we're gonna head up to Fullerton, and it's a very quick flight, but it's a good one. We got Kilo. And 30019.
06338 Delta Hawthorne Tower. Good evening. The wind.
Okay.
25 clear line.
Give me 1 second, Brad.
Clear to line. Skyhawk 38 Delta.
John Wayne Clarence, good evening. Archer 444 Foxtrot Gulf at Dove Street parking with information Kilo. Like to pick up flight following to Fullerton.
Air 444 Foxtrot Golf, John Wayne Clearance. Roger, say your type aircraft and request cruising altitude.
Yes, sir. We're Piper Archer, PA 28 Alpha, and we'll be cruising at 1500 444 Foxtrot Golf. Is 1500 enough? Or 3500 444 Foxtrot Golf. Worst registration number ever.
Air 4 Foxtrot Golf, Roger, on departure flight heading of 330. Maintain VFR below 2,400 until advised. Departure frequency 128.1, squawk 4001.
Okay, that's departure heading 330 at or below 2,400 until advised. Departure frequency 128.1, squawking 4001, 444 Foxtrot Golf.
Air 4 Foxtrot Golf, readback is correct. Have your flight. We'll see.
Okay, we'll see you. We'll head over to ground, 4 Foxtrot Golf. Chris is a good dude. He RPs the crap out of this.
Tower Cessna 0 Papa Lima.
Okay, so there is that. Best PE readbacks on Twitch. I don't know about that, but thank you, Dread.
Cessna 0 Papa Lima left.
There are 5 Sierra Lima taxi to ramp via Charlie.
Ramp via Charlie, 5 Sierra Lima.
Okay, Brad, so as I'm putting this in here, so I ordered everything as a iPad mini. I got the mount, I got the screen protector, everything mini. What I actually had ordered, unbeknownst to me, was the regular iPad, and so I have the regular iPad here now. So we were debating, going back and forth about the differences, and you know, this has got the A10 chip, it's quicker, it's got more battery life, blah blah blah, right? But the size is definitely a concern. So I had the freaking brilliant idea to just go to the damn airplane, because it's grounded, so it's going to be wide open, and actually bring the mount and the iPad to the plane tomorrow and test out to see if it will work. And if it works, keep it. If it doesn't, get the iPad mini. So that is what I plan on doing. John Wayne Ground, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf at Dove Street parking. Request taxi to midfield run-up.
Air 444 Foxtrot Golf, John Wayne Ground, taxi midfield run-up via Alpha and advise ready.
Okay, midfield run-up via Alpha. We'll let you know when we're ready for Foxtrot Golf. Yeah, I know, Brad, and that's like what that's why I had landed on the Mini, because it was. Okay, what are you doing, buddy? It is highly recommended for aviation. It's a lot smaller. But if it really, I mean, if it's not too big on that yoke, there's some benefits. But since I have I have access to the plane, like, I don't have to guess about it. I can just take the thing to the airplane, see what it looks like, and decide on whether or not I want to send that, send this one back or not, and get the Mini.
Good job. Have a great night, and Happy New Year.
Perfect, thanks. Have a good night. 5 Sierra Lima.
It's just nice, like the larger screen. Really, I do like the idea of the larger screen for like non-flying aviation purposes, like having the POH on a bigger screen and the charts for planning and all that stuff. So I don't know. And when I am definitely renting, the plane that I'm renting is this 44. So if you type in November 444 Foxtrot Golf online, you'll be able to see the exact plane. Or if you just go to there's pictures of it. I've posted pictures of it. Instagram. There, you can check some pictures out there, but yeah, it's a rental. But it's cool because nobody ever flies the damn thing. Like I'm really the only one that flies it consistently. You'll know when you try it and whether or not you like it. I bet you don't. If you want to try a window mount, I have one for the Mini that might work for the full size. Huh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, that would be interesting, Brad. Are you on call tomorrow too?
Good evening, Palomar Towers. Skyhawk 123 Charlotte Juliet turning inbound for the final port fix.
123 Sierra Juliet Palomar Tower. Good evening. Circle to the northeast for right downwind runway 24. Report base.
Circle to the northeast, right down runway 24. Report right base. Skyhawk 3 Charlotte.
Join ground. Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf. Continue taxi.
Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf. Continue taxi runway 20 left. Kilo taxi via Charlie.
Charlie Kilo 20 left 444 Foxtrot Golf. Cessna, hell yeah. Nice! Yeah, I'm either on call or flying until January 2nd. Okay, sweet.
3 Sierra Juliet, traffic to 1 o'clock, moving 2.5 miles.
Well, if you are not in the air, Brad, I'll let you know when I'm heading over to the airport. If you want to, we can check it out together. Get a coffee at ACI or something. Make that an audio clip. Did I say something? 7. Freaking 7! Okay, cool. Yeah, that'd be cool, Brad, just to get a feel for it. I mind F the crap out of everything, and so I have like a nervousy feeling in my gut about it, but yeah, I know. I love this scenery. It is dead on. And not just for the airport, but for the surrounding area too. But the planes on the ramp are hilarious. Air Berlin at John Wayne. Nice. Yeah, that would be cool, man. Keep you busy. Man, you went from like 0 to 100 real quick. Alright, so we're going to make a right turn at 330, and we're restricted to 2,400 until advised, and we've got departure frequency, so we're going to flip this to tower 119.9. Departure frequency is 128.1, at least for PilotEdge, and then 119.1 is Fullerton, which we'll have ready to go. Okay, so let's go Rich, let's go Strobes. Joey Tower, good evening. Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf, holding short runway 20 left at Kilo.
Air 444 Foxtrot Golf, Joey Tower, good evening. Wind 0407, runway 20 left at Kilo, clear for takeoff.
20 left at Kilo, clear for takeoff. 444 Foxtrot Golf. It is way better than an empty ramp for sure. If there was a smart marketing person at these flight schools, a SoCal flight school would team up with PE. They'd get so much business. Brett, I would challenge the so much business just because the volume is so tiny with aviation, but I will agree with you 100% that would be a great relationship for flight schools to be able to reach, local PilotEdge users, because that's the thing, like they have to be on PilotEdge and they have to be in Southern California. But for PilotEdge especially, to be able to sell to these local flight schools in the area, be a huge benefit to the student, to the flight school. I guess if you're a flight school, you climb it through 600 444 Foxtrot Golf.
4 Foxtrot Golf, thank you. Contact SoCal departure, good day.
Head over departure, good day, 4 Foxtrot Golf. If you're a kind of a shystery flight school, you might not want to push services that would help get your license quicker, which PilotEdge for sure does, because they would rather have you take 70 hours than 50 hours. SoCal departure, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf, 1,200 restricted to 2,400. Did you get me? Yeah, and that's a very cynical way to look at it. SoCal departure, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf, 1,700, climbing restricted to 2,400. Shit. My bad. SoCal departure, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf, 2,100, climbing restricted to 2,400.
Air 444 Foxtrot Golf, SoCal departure, radar contact, resume navigation, maintain VFR.
Okay, resuming on nav and VFR altitudes 444 Foxtrot Golf. Okay, and we're going right towards a permanent temporary TFR, Disneyland, which is right there. That is Disneyland right there. Right dead ahead is Angel Stadium, where the Angels play, and then Honda Center is right there where the Ducks play. Let's see. I'm praying it's not too windy out tomorrow. I can take out the early. Yeah, it's gonna be windy, which now that I've seen that, I'm kind of my Foxtrot Golf might as well be down, because I originally had my solo cross country plan for tomorrow. How crazy is that crap? Yeah. So for those of you that are new to the channel tonight, welcome. Thank you for joining. As we've been discussing, I am a student pilot out of John Wayne. I live just right over here, Old Town Orange. But yeah, we stick to general aviation, and I do real-world flight preps and debriefs, and then share my GoPro footage from my flight lessons that I previously briefed.
If you guys do like these videos, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. Also subscribe to the channel.
That's right, Steve-O. Thank you. Thank you again. Okay, so 19.1 is our Fullerton. Are we going to be able to make it back to John Wayne? We just might be able
Air 4
to.
Foxtrot Golf, advise when you have full from the weather.
Okay, getting the weather right now. 444 Foxtrot Golf. Sammy, thank you very much. Nice to meet you as well. So that's our game plan. That's what this whole deal is about. And it helps me tremendously. If you don't have your license, how do you do solo flights? So as a student pilot, you're cleared to solo as long as your CFI signs you off for solo. And usually that's restricted to specific airspace, in a specific plane, specific airports. So there's some constraints to that. I can't just get the plane and fly anywhere. I have to be signed off to fly, wherever I'm flying. But I am, cleared to solo from that perspective. Mr. Mabe, awesome. What plane are you flying? SoCal approach, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf. We've got Foxtrot at Fullerton.
Air 4 Foxtrot Golf, Roger. Thank you, sir. The Fulton Airport, 9:10 o'clock and 6 miles.
Airport inside, 4 Foxtrot Golf.
4 Foxtrot Golf, Roger. Radio service terminating. Contact Fulton Tower on 119.1. Good day.
Hi, contacting Fulton Tower. Good day, 4 Foxtrot Golf. What's your dream solo as a student pilot? The next one. I mean, I'm flying to Camarillo for my solo cross country. And that's over LAX, so I'm going to get 2 Bravo transitions, do the special flight rules northbound and coastal southbound. Fullerton Tower, good evening. Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf with information Foxtrot. We're 2,400, just approaching the 9157 interchange for a touch and go.
Air 4 Foxtrot Golf, Fulton Tower, Roger. And left base runway 24, report turning final.
Okay, left base runway 24, and what was the report on the final?
Just report turning final.
Okay, roger that. Report turning final, 444 Foxtrot Golf. Thanks. How long is that trip? It's 70-ish miles, so it's about 140 miles round trip. I just had my first solo, stayed in the pattern. It was awesome. Nice, Mabe. That's awesome. God, I remember that like it was yesterday. Oh, it's such a crazy feeling. It's such a crazy feeling. Once we finish this flight, I might show a little bit of that footage because it's pretty cool. I want to see it. I haven't seen it in a while. And I'm actually working on a pretty cool edit of my video for the dual cross country, which is just, it's all the radio. So it's like radio, fast forward, radio, fast forward, radio. It's awesome. My whole family was on the ground watching. It was quite the experience. That is fantastic. Congratulations, man. That's super fun. Right over, I may not right over Brea. There's the Brea Mall over there. What's the pattern at Fullerton? $1,000, $1,100.
Air 4 Foxtrot Golf, say intentions on the go.
We'll be southbound back to John Wayne 444 Foxtrot Golf, and we're just about to turn final for runway 24.
Air 4 Foxtrot Golf, thank you, sir. Wind calm, runway 24, clear for the option.
Okay, clear for the option, runway 24, 444 Foxtrot Golf. Longest solo, just pattern, actually. Went up for about an hour and rattled off a bunch of full stop taxi backs. So that's the longest I've been solo. And I do not want to be a career pilot necessarily. If at some point, somewhere down the road, I find myself in a situation where it makes sense to fly as a career, Bill is too smart. I want to fly because I want to fly. Like my ultimate fantasy is flying my wife to, you know, a local airport, you know, going to Palm Springs, going to Camarillo, going to Santa Barbara, going to San Diego to visit friends, and having lunch and coming back. That's my ultimate fantasy. But also just flying with friends. Like, for example, and by the way, we have to pay attention to what we're doing here. Gas, undercarriage, mixture, props, lights. We're not carbureted, so we're good to go here. So that's my intentions, but experiences with friends, like with Brad, go to the Catalina wine mixer, which Brad and I did. Brad took me in the Bonanza that he flies. We went to Catalina and just like, oh my god. And that's kind of what I was getting at, is flying with friends like Brad, and really just doing something that's challenging and exhilarating.
Air 4 Foxtrot Golf on the go, left turn out approved.
Left turn out approved on the go, 444 Foxtrot Golf. You know, it's just, there's nothing like it. There's really nothing like it. It really, for me, a lot of it comes from the challenging myself mentally, and for some part physically as well. Like I was a college athlete. I played basketball in college, and just kind of grew up in a mentally and physically challenging environment. So I have a lot of I get a lot of fulfillment out of doing that, learning something new, and, you know, really challenging myself. This is not going to be a 7. This is going to be a garbage landing. Shit. Touchdown at least a little bit. This is a very short runway, but okay. But yeah, that experience with Brad was so fantastic, and, you know, such a great learning experience that I want to do that more. And that was something that I'd never really power in the flare, no bueno in the air. Yeah, seriously. That's something that I want to do a lot more. You know, just making friends, and just flying. There's really nothing like it, and that's why it's so important to me.
Alright,
128.1, 444 Foxtrot Golf, good day. You know, that discovery flight to me is so important, because there's nothing that can replicate the overall sensation of just being on for that long, really, mentally. SoCal approach, Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf, 1,300.
Air 444 Foxtrot Golf, SoCal approach, ident, stay altitude.
Okay, ident, and we are at 1,400, 444 Foxtrot Golf.
Air 444 Foxtrot Golf, air contact. Let's see here. 1.5 miles to the south of the Fulton Airport, maintain VFR, your state destination.
We're heading back to John Wayne for full stop. We've got information kilo, and we're parking at Dove Street, 444 Foxtrot Golf.
Air 4 Foxtrot Golf, Roger, flight heading 125, vectors, right base, runway 20 left.
Okay, it will be 125 vectors for right base, runway 20 left, 444 Foxtrot Golf. Once you get certified, can you fly solo for good? Can you cross borders, like flying to Canada? Yes, you can. Yeah. There's like, it's not that easy, but yeah, you can. There's things you have to do to set that up ahead of time, and you got to go through customs and stuff. But yeah, I mean, from a license perspective, you can fly anywhere in the world technically, but you just have to be able to. You have to know the regulations. You have to do a lot of planning ahead of time. But yeah, essentially, yes. Oh, handler for corporate. Nice, mate. That's awesome. I was thinking from Canada to Cancun, Mexico one time. That would be quite the flight. Crooner, nice. You're in Canada too? That's funny.
Airport, Foxtrot Golf, report John Wayne Airport, site 12 o'clock, 7 miles.
Airport inside, 444 Foxtrot Golf.
4 Foxtrot Golf, into right base, runway 20 left, contact John Wayne Tower 119.9, a good day.
Okay, right base for 20 right, contact in John Wayne Tower 119.9, 444 Foxtrot Golf, good day. See ya! John Wayne Tower, good evening. Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf with information Kilo just south of the 22 for a full stop landing at Dove Street.
Tower 444 Foxtrot Golf, John Wayne Tower, welcome back, wind 0407, runway 20 left, currently.
Clear land 20 left, 444 Foxtrot Golf, good to be back. Brad, that Citation 10, oh my god, that's my favorite jet ever. Ugh. Absolutely no offense meant, just asking from a person, but I would not want to be a pilot. If you're a charter, you live your life on a string tied to your owner's back and call a commercial pilot, you're on the road constantly. This comes a military navigator, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I mean, Ernie, I don't think anyone would disagree that that's the case, but there's so many variations of flying, being like a corporate pilot or commercial. There's so many rungs and scenarios that you can just have it completely made. Brad is one of them that I think has it made as well. But, for example, Captain Grizz, who's in here, he actually, the pre-stream little logo that says, that little 4L, that little, what is that called? The thing. The flight majigger. Why can't I think of what the hell that's named? FMS. That's from a Citation 10, and he's on a 3-team charter with that Citation 10. It's a single owner that charters it out, but it's only round trips. It's about once a month. He's 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. He gets to travel the country, and he's got 3-4 days layover in a cool city. It's a pretty cool setup. So for every NetJets jet suite kind of quasi constant bus driver scenario, there's probably even more of those corporate pilot situations where you know, you're flying once a month or a couple times a month, and it's really not bad at all. It was really bad, Brad. And so is this landing going to be really bad. We got time. Let's make up for that. Joey Tower Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf. We're gonna go around left traffic for Foxtrot Golf.
4 Foxtrot Golf, make left close traffic, report midfield downwind.
Okay, left close traffic, reporting midfield downwind 444 Foxtrot Golf. Okay, 450 feet. We're gonna aim towards Fashion Island. 450 feet. We're going to make our turn to downwind from our 15-degree offset upwind. And I am not going to pay attention for a second. So I don't want Brad to get mad at me. Oh, we're through pattern altitude. It's 850 feet. Yeah, Sinister, I'm using just a Thrustmaster HOTUS. It's very, very simple setup. Come on, frame rates. What are you doing? Johnny Tower Archer 444 Foxtrot Golf left midfield left downwind runway 20 left.
4 Foxtrot Golf, wind is 0.07, runway 20 left, clear for the option.
Clear for the option 20 left 444 Foxtrot Golf. Alright, so we're beam the numbers right now. So we put the first notch of flaps down. We're going to aim towards the left hangar right here. Start a nice descent, 500 feet per minute. And we're just going to hold this for a little bit. We're aiming for 85 knots with the first notch of flaps. Coming over the freeway. Still aiming at the left hangar. And still got a descent in there. Until we're pretty much abeam that curve right in MacArthur right here. And right about here, we're going to make the turn, get the second notch of flaps, and then start aiming for 75 knots. And look for that curve. Looks good. We've got no traffic, so usually we'd have a pretty healthy offset to final, but we don't have any 737s, Embraers, or Phenoms on final approach, so we don't have to worry about wake turbulence. So we're going to aim right towards the MacArthur curve here, which is just this little curve, MacArthur Avenue, and going to square off this final a little bit, like that. Still kind of aiming towards over 70, and then now we're going to turn on to final right here. We're going to just cross over Executive Park parking lot and aim for 65 knots on final. Again, we've got gas, undercarriage, mixtures, props, lights. Jonesy, oh, and I overshot it. Thank you for the host. Okay, so we're on final, 65 knots. We're just going to kind of aim for... That was a really bad turn to final because I was distracted. I blew it again, Brad. Thank you. Frick. The next one we'll get. And I'll actually do an offset too. Okay. Touchdown, flaps up, full power, bunch of right rudder, rotate, and then just immediately make the turn towards Fashion Island. Here's our 15-degree offset upwind. Okay, left close traffic, report midfield, 444 Foxtrot Golf. Jet Slinger, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. Okay, so aiming towards, we're going to keep the gear down. So there's 450. So right about 450, make the turn. And I kind of use this hotel as the turning point. That's just going to be right off my left wing. Still making the climb out at VY, which is 76 knots in this plane up to our pattern altitude of 850. So we're going to hold that. There's 850. So lower the nose and the airspeed's going to shoot up. Don't want it to go really too much past 100 knots. That's really fast enough. So there's 850, about 100 knots, aiming towards the left hangar, which is our aiming point to stay parallel to the runway, which is right there. Let's call up and let them know we're midfield. John Wayne Tower, Archer 444, Foxtrot off midfield, left downwind, runway 20 left.
Air 4 Foxtrot Golf, runway 20 left, clear for the option.
So for the option 20 left, 444 Foxtrot Golf. Why do you make your turn at 450? That's just kind of what Tony has recommended I do, just to stay on the right, you know, not get too far away. Yeah. Okay, so first launch of flaps to beam the numbers down at 500 feet per minute. Kind of aiming towards 85 in that first launch of flaps. A little bit further out than we were before, but that's okay. Turning onto our modified left. Ask him 450 instead of 500, 600. I think it's just not to get too far. He likes to be tighter to the airport. So I think the 450, making that turn a little bit early, keeps us north of Jamboree, I think is what he's going for. Okay, so there's McCarr for the curve. We got 2 notch of flaps in. We're going to be aiming at 75 knots. And then keep the turn going. This is going to be like a more typical pattern with traffic. And then once we get lined up here, a little bit more settled, once I see the parking garage, go final notch of flaps, a little bit offset. So here's the parking garage. This is the executive park right there. That's where family was waiting for me to fly over. And we're a little bit above glide slope, which is good. Looking nice. And in the Archer, I am going full idle here. But in this plane, you can't. That was a little firm, but that was good. And we're going to go roll all the way down to hotel. And we're going to go 128. 128.8. Right there, get that queued up. So that was a little bit better.
Airport Foxtrot Golf, takes to left at hotel, contact ground point 8.
Okay, left at hotel, contacting 120.8, 444 Foxtrot Golf. He said ground point 8, but I knew what he meant. Fly downwind between Jamboree and Von Carmen and flew exactly over Von Carmen, the 172s. That turned off. Jumping ground, Archer 444, Foxtrot Golf clear of runway 20 left at hotel for Dove Street parking.
For Foxtrot Golf, taxi parking via Alpha, have a good night.
Taxi via Alpha, have a great night, Chris. Thank you for the help and for the airspace exceptions.
No problem. Have a good night, sir, and Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you too, Chris. Thanks.
And good luck on your solo.
Thank you very much. If the plane is out of maintenance.
Yeah, no problem. I know what you're going through. I'm a real old airline pilot, so I did that quite a few years ago.
I figure that it's kind of, and correct me if I'm wrong, that it is a good lesson to learn not being able to fly when you want to fly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't know that you were a real-world airline pilot. What airline do you fly for?
Fly for ExpressJet out of Chicago right now.
That is freaking awesome, Chris.
I used to fly 700, 900 CRJs. I fly the 200s, and we're getting E-175s, so that'll be cool.
Oh, that is really cool. That's awesome.
Yep.
Is there... Oh.
Anyways, good luck. Best of luck to you, man.
Thank you very much, Chris. You have been a big help in helping me get there at under 17 hours.
Wow, that's pretty nice. Pretty quick.
Thanks to PilotEdge.
Yeah, it's a great thing to have. Yeah, attention aircraft, local time now 2300. All pilots control business are now closed. Class Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and Delta.
Thanks, Mabe. Yeah, so I soloed at 6.7, and I'll have my cross country at under 17.
Class Bravo, Charlie, or Delta Airspace monitor the appropriate advisory frequencies. PilotEdge will resume normal operations.
At John Wayne, too.
Fly safe, well, have a great night. We'll see you.
Have a great night, Chris. Thank you.
Yep, see you, man.
I went in,
If you guys do like these videos, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. Also subscribe to the channel.
oh, White League 2. Oh, White League's, mobile account. What's up, White League? Thank you, Brad. Yeah, I didn't really, I mean, I just studied really, really hard. Matt, passed your check ride last weekend. Dude, congratulations. That is freaking awesome. Congratulations. Let's check out what do we got here. Let's go to all right. Here we go. Check this out. So this is actually taken over that parking garage that I pointed out that we flew over.
Tossed around right now. 4 Kilo Lima, Roger.
I might go down to the end. Drop you off. And...
Super cool guy. PilotEdge is open.
There you go. That's what I like to see. Alright, start easing on the brakes. Start easing on the brakes. There you go.
Brad, I don't know if you've seen this.
Once we get to Juliet.
Traffic not available.
We're 4 Foxtrot Golf, got it around 1-2. We're actually in a taxi back. I'd like to drop instructor off here for student solo if we can, 4 Foxtrot Golf.
Check your 4 Foxtrot Golf, instructor drop off, then let me know when you're ready to continue taxi.
Oh, right on, Matt.
I'll let you know when I'm ready to continue taxi.
Yeah, I'm flying out of John Wayne and flew to Fullerton on my first flight in this plane.
Picture of this so I know exactly how long you went solo.
Look at those headsets.
Do you want me to take your phone and take pictures or like videos of you, or I have 10% battery. I can take a couple.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I'd rather have it just in case.
Airspeeds, wake turbulence, be mindful of it, jet blast, all that good stuff.
I'm doing 3 of these, and then I'm meeting you here.
Yeah, I'll be right over here. 3 full stop taxi back, so you're going full stop taxi back. That's it. Yeah.
Cool.
Good luck, man.
Thanks, man.
All right.
It's still hilarious that I soloed at John Wayne. Like, what a madhouse. Look at all the jets.
It's just is what it is. It's just complete, total
yeah. N1. Yeah, this is just pattern work. So this is basically what
Solo an airplane for the first
I just
time.
did.
All right. Let's go solo an airplane for the first time.
Yeah, wake turbulence
Archer 444
is a
Foxtrot
bitch.
Golf, ready to taxi back.
Archer 4 Foxtrot Golf, runway 20 left taxi via Charlie Kilo.
Charlie Kilo 20 left 444 Foxtrot Golf.
You have a video of your first solo, Brad?
Pull up. Pull
Yeah, no, Jet. He's just standing on the side of the runway. Matt, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome aboard.
Kilo Lima, radar service terminated, squawk 1200, frequency change.
I'll check that out, Brad.
Frequency change to 4 Kilo Lima.
Go to left tank, actually. Oh my god, my palms are sweating.
Knees weak, mom spaghetti.
Tower at Lima, cross runway 20 left, full short, runway 20 right. Helicopter 34 Lima, once you reach the shoreline, what are your intentions?
Yeah, this place is a freaking madhouse, Dread. Good lord.
Okay guys, here we go.
34 Lima, radar services terminated, squawk VFR, frequency change approved. Turkey 4 Foxtrot Golf, Koshway terminus departed 737, left close traffic is approved, runway 20 left at Kilo, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 20 left at Kilo, 444 Foxtrot Golf.
Matt, you should. That'd be awesome.
Okay, we got gas.
I'm going to be over there in the morning just at the plane, checking out the iPad, but...
Automatic. Tony is standing by the ramp.
And the 32 November,
Final is
yeah, it's a pretty
wind straight down the runway.
pretty nerve-wracking experience.
Southwest 3477, traffic 11 o'clock, 3 miles northwestbound and banner
Runway is
1000.
clear.
Contact, go departure.
Power on. Center line.
Brad. I almost had one here.
Green, airspeed is alive. There's 55. And rotate.
Hit a pigeon on the way. So that's the video from Tony on the ramp.
Goes down with the
Tarmac.
airspeed build a little bit. There is VY. Holy ever-loving crap, I am flying an airplane by myself. Keep VY going. Man, this thing feels like it's super light.
Nice, super cool guy. It's a
Holy hell.
this little 180 is a beast. Did I miss my favorite part?
Self
Yeah, I think I did.
goes down with the airspeed build a little bit. There is VY. Holy ever-loving crap, I am flying an airplane by myself. Keep VY going.
Matt, Piper Archer,
This
181.
thing feels like it's super light.
That's a good way to do it, Sammy.
Holy hell. Base VY a little bit more. Man, this thing does climb like crazy. There's 450.
Dread, that is hilarious. Yeah, so there's a turn at 450. It's pretty windy that day.
Everything looks good.
Delta 29, traffic turning a 7 mile final, say Twin Commander, runway 20 right, line of wait.
Okay, so we're coming up on 850.
Turkey 4 Foxtrot Golf, Koshway terminus, Airbus will depart parallel, runway 20 left, clear for the option.
Flip the option 20 left, 444 Foxtrot Golf. Okay,
32 November, stay parking.
I got the traffic in sight.
32 November, turn right at hotel.
And we're
contact
going
ground,
way
120.8.
faster than normal.
Okay, 172. Nice, man.
Commander 605, Mike John Wayne Tower.
Yeah, so Brad, you can see where I'm lining up here. I'm to the north of
First notch of flaps coming in.
Jamboree.
Aim toward the left hanger. Get to 85.
Honestly, N1, the
runway 20 right, clear for takeoff.
ATC has been the least difficult part about this whole thing because of PilotEdge. They're fine. I mean, I would rather them not know I'm a student.
Commander 5 Mike, traffic 11 o'clock, 3 miles down from the parallels of Cherokee, runway 20 right, clear to land.
Okay, so let's go second notch of flaps in here. There is the MacArthur curve. Let's get it down to 75.
Inside Jamboree and slightly cutting towards Uncommon. If you lose an engine right about there, it's going to be tight, but doable.
And Joey, we got a pretty big eagle southeast of
Traffic.
Arthur.
Roger, thanks for that.
Mabe, that's hilarious.
Okay, and get in the final notch of flaps here.
Well, I went short approach, Brad. From there.
Is idle right now. Little high, which is fine for that.
And God said, "Let there be light." Thank you for the follow.
Contact look at departure.
That is a fantastic name.
65. Got we're on glide on the glide slope right there. 1700 RPM.
You can actually see Julia in that shot in the parking garage.
Full flaps. Everything's in the green. Everything's happy. Looking good.
Yeah, dude, this wing is crazy. Yeah, it's really nice to fly. I love this plane. It carries so much energy, it's insane.
Southwest City 711, John Winter, Lima Cross, runway 20 left, full short, runway 20 right.
Should have had my hand on the throttle. I get it. Absolutely, N1. I've got some adventures on there already.
Hotel John Wayne Tower, runway 20 right, kilo, line up and wait.
And made Juliet.
Thanks, Brad.
Traffic not available. The first one.
Foxtrot Golf, runway 20 left, taxi via Charlie Kilo.
Charlie Kilo 20 left, 444 Foxtrot Golf.
It's so funny with those other guys. It's hilarious.
Mike, turn.
Oh, the weather. Oh, yeah, yeah.
120.8.
Yeah, the weather is
Center toe 6 Alpha Papa.
amazing.
Services terminated. Squawk VFR frequency change approved.
Well, that just happened. Holy crap.
All right, now there's a short approach. Oh, yeah, here's the short approach, Brad.
Foxtrot Golf, can you make short approach from there?
Yes, we can.
Roger, yes we can. 444 Foxtrot Golf.
4 Foxtrot Golf, then make short approach, runway 20 left. Clear for the option. Kevin December, depart of the Predator runway.
Idle.
Short approach 20 left, clear for the option 444 Foxtrot Golf.
After once you're out.
Power idle, and let's get those flaps in there. Yeah! Keep it idle. Let's see if we can leave the flaps there and see if we can just make the runway. Get it to best glide.
That yeah is my little donation audio sound clip.
And then if you need,
Yeah.
just start turning straight over to the numbers.
UCI for runway 20 left and 10 echo.
You have it at. All right, let's get it to best glide for a second. Leave the flaps for a sec.
Okay.
We're just gonna let it ride. See if you can get there with no flaps. And well, with 10 degrees of
Yeah,
flaps,
it's
short
crazy
approach.
how much it
Just
glides.
make sure you're on those rudders. Make sure you're staying at best glide, whatever best glide is. 68, right?
76.
76 in here. I am. Yeah. I knew that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh! Alright, now I'd say get a little extra flappage in there. We're looking good. Oh, we're looking good. More flaps. Last notch. Oh, is that it? Oh, perfect! Look at that. That's what you would do if you had no power. Oh, we're looking good. Oh!
I love that.
We're looking good. Oh, we're looking good.
That was sweet.
That's how you do a short approach.
Yeah, it's so awesome.
I
It's
mean,
looking
you could
good.
do even more of a short approach if I were to allow you to use power.
Yeah.
I would have just had you go like, hey, just point towards the floor and do whatever.
Helicopter 1 Sierra, I have a question
That
for
was
you.
money.
Okay. Do the jets give you a little pressure? I mean, they don't specifically, but them being around there, it definitely adds a little bit. For sure, I would say. Okay. Brad, are you ready? Okay, everybody. This is Brad. This is Brad, the pilot guy. This is us flying into Catalina.
So typical overhead is between 500 to 800 feet. We'll do the brake at 500 today just so I can show you what a low brake looks like. Cool. So,
You don't mind me showing this, right, Brad?
normally 26.
I mean, it's on YouTube, but you're cool with me showing this, right?
100.
Yeah.
Bring 500 off of that. That's 2100, right?
Okay.
So we'll do the brake at 2100.
Cool. Okay. All right.
15 miles east, we'll enter
Thank you, Crooner.
left downwind.
Wow, what a gorgeous airport.
Yes, yeah, it's a GoPro. It's a Hero 4 Black.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
This little guy.
So this is what a normal descent looks like in this airplane too. You can see the power is just slightly pulled back, doing 166 knots at the very top of the green arc. I've descended
Josh was giving you shit for the GoPro or for the YouTube video.
Yeah. Does it fine, so.
So we're flying just straight over the runway.
Yep, straight over the runway.
What control do you use for simulator? I just use a HOTUS. Oh, for the brake.
About 1,000 to 1,500 feet down the runway, we're going to crank it.
For doing it or the execution of it?
And basically just make one continuous turn to final.
Okay.
So as we're in that turn to the right, gear's going to come down as we're below 120, flaps will come down.
Okay.
We're going to do just a high-speed arrival, basically.
Got it.
So this maneuver is used by the military in order to lose airspeed and altitude at the same time. They typically
Yeah, well, Sammy, they definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, they use a different runway and they have priority, generally speaking. But yeah, I mean, if I'm coming into land and one's waiting to cross the runway, they have to wait for me. And there have been times where I've had a big jet just sit there and wait, and it's freaking hilarious. It's so cool. Oh, doing it, he's all sorts of fun experience. Oh, he has all sorts of fun.
400 to the brake altitude. Air's starting to come a little bit less smooth, so I'm going to go ahead and pull that nose up a little bit. Maneuvering speed's 140. Definition of maneuvering speed, you can deflect one control surface at full deflection immediately. We're not doing that, so we don't really need to worry about maneuvering speed.
Yeah.
Remember, this is a very strong one.
Wow, look
Call
at
that
this.
Delta is down and clear. 2-2, Catalina.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Catalina
Yeah.
traffic, Bonanza's half mile from the brake.
Zoom level, this is about a 92.
Holy S, dude.
Here we go.
Doing great, Rye. How are you, sir?
Taking the active runway
Gear horn.
to Catalina.
And is that based off of manifold pressure or altitude?
Thermal position.
Oh, okay.
Gear's now at 3 greens. Catalina traffic, Bonanza's in the brake. Runway 22, Catalina. Below 120, flaps are coming full. And I'm just trimming hard.
Colorized footage.
Bonanza's departing 22. Landing
Thank you.
set.
Thank you very much.
Speed's good. Keep that turn coming around. We'll keep it nice.
King Dan 360, welcome aboard, man. Thank you so much for the follow.
We don't need to worry about a clearance to land. The Bonanza's on the roll. There's no other traffic in the area.
Want us to keep an eye on him in case he aborts?
Yeah, if he does, let me know, but it looks like he's going to make it.
Watch his mind grind to a halt.
Catalina.
Brad's flying on this one. And
The traffic helicopter 411 Tango Delta is 5 miles to the east. We're just passing Black Mountain. We're going to use a parallel runway.
God, I love that shot. It's so cool.
Flaps coming full. Couple guys to the right.
It's an A36.
3 greens and cleared.
It's an unbelievable airport.
Quarter traffic, green and white Cherokee, 3 miles north of the field. We are southeastbound en route.
Where?
500 correct.
Yeah, right. That's Catalina.
Oh yeah, this runway needs some help, doesn't it?
Yeah. So basically, it's a soft field rollout, except I'm still on the brakes.
Okay, so just full back pressure.
Yeah, exactly. Keep that weight off the nose gear. I'm going to bring it almost to a complete
Thanks,
stop
Chili.
here in order to make the turn off. Airplanes aren't meant to side load those gear when you turn off. So.
And I just cut away, like this is just from my
That's a
phone,
good
which
thing
I cut away
keep in
too.
mind. Really thought about that. Wow, what?
Just to get a little different perspective. But the wide angle lens kind of takes out some of the perspective of it.
That was so cool.
Appreciate it. Yeah, that's
Oh,
a
it's-
fun way to do it.
Textbook.
Yeah.
It's very,
Wow, yeah,
very dramatic. Do I have any other clips on this? Yeah. Gorgeous plane. God, Brad, that was so freaking fun. That was so freaking fun. Okay, here's the departure. We'll show the departure into this.
So again, we'll go the low altitude tour around the farm, right? So this is one of the few airports where you can actually take off and descend. So that's what we'll do, okay?
That sounds good.
All right. Catalina traffic,
It's just like a child in there.
Out with a left turn out of the coast. Catalina. All right, lights are coming on. And we'll do a soft field takeoff, just so you can see what it looks like in this airplane.
Cool, yeah.
Because I know you're working on that. So
It's
remember
a
we
bizarre
talked
thing.
about the momentary select switch?
Right, oh yeah.
So there's that.
So you're on 10.
Yeah, about 15-ish degrees.
Okay.
That matches outside.
Yep, that's good.
There's full back. Nice and easy.
And this is full back.
Yeah, this is all the way back.
Okay.
And we're just letting that power come in. Nose is getting light.
Yeah, wow.
Nose is airborne now. Oh, there it is. So nose is off the ground. I'm just letting it accelerate with the nose off the ground. Letting it fly. All right, it's flying.
Oh yeah, it does look like that airport.
See, it looks like you're running out,
Yeah,
right?
it does
But
look
you're
like
not.
that. Wow.
So we're out of runway. You're swinging. Lights off.
Holy S, dude.
That's the clip.
Holy S, dude.
Okay, fix your bow, short right big.
Oh my God. What?
Pretty cool, right?
What in the world was that?
So we've just taken off. We are still at airport elevation, mind you. And we're about 500 AGL now.
Well, that's as close as you're going to get to a carrier cat shot.
Pretty much.
In a general aviation plane. Good heavens.
Pretty cool, right?
Unbelievable, man.
So now, down
Pretty
the slope,
cool.
you're abiding by the 500 feet from any person
Oh my
property
God,
vessel.
most unbelievable
Okay, got
thing
some settlements over here to the
ever.
left that I'm avoiding.
Okay.
Here's some still pictures I wanted to shove in
So
there.
that was a standard soft field right up until we got airborne. Normally, soft field once you get airborne,
Again, like the
you level off,
color
accelerate,
and
accelerate up to about VX,
the
which
wide
is
angle really does
depending
not
on
do
the
this view
situation.
justice.
Most soft fields are also short, so typically you're going to do a VX climb.
Oh, Brad, I would
So, you get into
friggin'
VX,
love
get
to.
a climb and clear
That
the
that
obstacle.
flight down to San Diego is really
Airplane,
nice.
what we
I
did
like
just
that flight a
now,
lot.
Got it airborne, pushed the nose down, and then brought the flaps up. Right?
Okay. And it's easy without, you know, the pre-selected flaps. You can slowly move those up, right? Is that
And
one
one, this is a
move as
pretty
they kinda
unique
slowly retract?
airport.
Yes and no.
Um,
so it is a
Like
slow
in the
climb retraction.
world, there's probably a handful, I would say.
select them all
That at least that
and
I'm
don't
aware
touch it
of,
until we go to landing.
but
Yeah.
This airplane,
it's
you have the momentary
very
select switch
unique.
where you can, you know, put them down or put them up however much
Yeah.
you want. I leave it almost. I basically use it as all or nothing.
Here's kind of like the time-lapse version of how unbelievable the windward side of Catalina looks. Oh my God, it's so cool. This is actually kind of a cool way to look at it. There's Avalon. Yeah, look at that. So this, we actually fly underneath the approach to the airport. And I think I caught, yeah, there it is, okay.
I am going to break Instagram with these pictures.
The way it should be.
I'm such a
There's the final
douchebag.
trolley.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, so there's the runway right there.
That is a very interesting perspective of it, because it did not seem like it was that high when you're up there.
Right.
Or I should say, this doesn't seem like it's that low.
Right.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, so the airport's like up there, elevation
Looking
wise.
for helicopters, that's the big thing.
Catalina traffic, Diamond 3.
Here's the threshold. He's just crossing it right now.
Plain Harbor for runway 22. 1 Charlie Kilo.
All right, let's go upstairs. Catalina traffic at Bonanza has just crossed the extended center line at 22. We're in the climb out of 600 up to 3,500 proceeding westbound to Catalina.
Eastbound?
West.
Oh, we're heading west.
Yeah. So we'll cruise back to the mainland at 35. Again, small wet footprint, but there will be some.
That wet footprint line is good, Brad. I've used that a few times. Just knowing that term has been good.
As far as the island length.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous,
Should be the
though.
last of the terrain warnings.
So do you see that that white rock
Yeah.
above the nose? My friend and I, when we went on that camping trip, swam from the shore out to that.
No way.
We thought it was a lot closer than it was.
No kidding.
We ended up getting a ride back on a massive fishing boat and jumped off. That was really dumb, but also really fun.
Yeah, there's also a whole bunch of bird shit on it.
There's a lot of bird shit on that.
Yeah, that island is white
We'll
because
start
it's
to turn
covered in
towards,
bird shit.
The mainland.
Yeah, that's a good one. So that's kind of the crap that I've been working on. You know, pretty much one camera for right now because I've been using it as a debriefing tool primarily. You know, like here's a flight for out at Corona.
Showing clearance.
So John Wayne to Corona. So here's taxing out. We go up to, I think I cut this off. So this is like going through like short field, soft field landings and takeoffs and stuff. Are there any private airports in the USA you cannot land at? Yeah, Brad's right. There's a ton of airports, but there are some private. There are military. There are ones that you know, like Class Bravo airports. You technically can, but you know, it's going to cost you $140.
Numbers or two down? Yep, don't go power back on. Nope. Okay, nope. You want to get numbers or just fast? Pull. See? That last little blip of throttle really messed you up. Yeah. Oof. Alright, yeah, so leave power idle. You were looking good. So now simulate max braking, right? Because you're doing a short field landing. And we're exiting here.
So
there you go.
that is the idea. The next flight is going to be my solo cross country, which is John Wayne to Camarillo and back to John Wayne. So to fly in a plane you're in, you need to stay away from big airports like LAX or be charged a ton of money. Not necessarily. I mean, it's like restricted by airspace. So if you don't have a reason to be in the Class Bravo airspace, which is the airspace around the big busy airports, they're not going to let you in unless they have published procedures that will allow you to, go through those airspaces. But generally, you're not going to, you're not just going to go into one of those big airports like LAX. So estimated time back up will be the 12th. Are you going to take the coastal VFR route? So the plan, LAX ramp fee at Atlantic is only $50 for single. Pretty cheap. That actually is pretty cheap. That's not bad at all. Original Geek. So northbound, I'm going to go special flight rules, basically because of altitude. So 4,500. It's more reasonable for a plane like this to climb up to that altitude in that span of time, versus going to 6,500, which is the coastal route northbound. And then on the way back, I will be at coastal route, which is at 5,500. Let's see. So here,
They're still Bravo.
This is the dual version of that flight. So I can just zip through this just so you can get an idea for it. So taxi, run up, blah, 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 going through there. Here we go. Taking off from 20 right. So this is the big one. Going out on the... I never fly it. What's the name of that route? The Newport, El Toro, Orange, Mesa departure. Mesa departure over Huntington Beach. Yeah, thank you. I knew you were going to say, bro. That's why I closed my eyes, because I wanted to figure it out. Let's see. Was this the one I waved? Oh, yeah. It is the one, Brad. Okay, so check this out. Now, Brad, I've been editing this because I'm doing a version of this where it's all radio. So it's like radio, then I'll fast forward to the next radio. So it's just like all the radio communications throughout the whole flight. And it actually is pretty cool. But I've listened to this a bunch of times now. In the beginning, I can hear you now that I'm actually listening for your voice. It's like clear that I hear you at the beginning, whereas I did not hear it before.
220.
Let's see if you can hear Brad here.
2400 until advised. Departure frequency is 12535, and we're squawking 0, 2, 7, 5.
Wind is calm, altimeter is 3021, Charlie.
So it didn't pick up this. You got to really press the 0 hard. So wait a second. It'll revert to the old one. Wait for a second. All right, push the 0 hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
0,
Hard.
2, 7, 5.
Bonanza 7.
It's already on.
There he is.
So you're good.
Cool.
Bonanza 72 Sierra, John Ground, Roger, hold your position, and then helicopter traffic be just about 1 minute.
Okay, we'll hold position here. 72 Sierra.
Yep, there's Brad. 72 Sierra. So I'm talking to Tony, thinking about flying. I've got, cross country. I've got nav logs. I got all kinds of crap, right? So then this happens.
Introduce me to that guy. So you go flying in his Bonanza.
Oh, we just missed
I
it.
can probably put it under my...
Okay, here we go. It's a little shaky. There he goes.
Oh, no way, that's Brad. Brad just took off and just rocked the wings.
That was the guy that...
Yeah. Oh, my God, no way.
You gotta introduce me to that guy. So you go flying in his Bonanza.
Thank you, Brad. That was hilarious.
Gotta introduce me to him.
That was...
I've always wanted to fly a Bonanza. It's a B-36, right?
A36.
Or A36. Yeah. Well, that's like the... Yeah. I think it's the same thing, right?
Yeah, they're going ACI,
So you could...
Get all 4 check-ins.
Oh, that would make Tony's freaking year. All right, so there. Can you see that paused? Right there. Yeah. So there. That's Brad in the Bonanza right there. Yeah, I would owe you big time for that, Brad, because Tony would sign me off to solo like wherever. That dude would friggin' owe me. So there's Brad, and he's just rocking his wings now. Am I in the way there? Yeah, you can just barely see it. Yeah, so he rotates right over the run-up area, basically, and rocks his wings.
Oh, no way, that's Brad.
Yeah, Tony's my instructor,
Brad
yeah.
just took off and just rocked the wings.
That was the guy that...
Yeah, that would be too cool, Brad. So yeah, so going there, we're going up to 4,500. So right here, you can just see if you watch, pointing at the. So here's the altimeter, right? So if you look at the altimeter, we're climbing up 3,500, 4,500. So here's 4,500, and we're almost. There's Palos Verdes right there. We're almost to Long Beach already, which is where the beginning of the coastal route is. So I would need to be at another 2,000 feet higher than we are right here. So it's not a very comfortable climb out for this plane. So we're at 4,500. We go special flight rules, super easy. Go over LAX, awesome. 4,500. You just scoot right over these mountains, right over the 101, coming down into Camarillo, and
or anything, but just level off. There we go. Now we're back on glide slope. Now you can just follow it back in. Try and get stabilized at around.
All right, sounds good, Brad. I will. I'll hit you up in the morning and let you know what time I'm going to head over to the airport. We might need like a coffee and some ACI balcony or something. But for sure, like check out the plane. I just flew that in the sim the other day. It was out of but it was out of French Valley. Okay, yeah. So you out of French Valley, you got ton more space.
We need left rudder, right aileron. Left rudder, right aileron.
Well, hopefully, Brad, if it does happen, freaking fantastic. If not, that means you're working and having fun flying that jet. So either one of those is a great Saturday. Okay, so then Original Geek going back. So now I have to get up to 5,500. So it's 1,000 feet shorter. And you've got this run up from Camarillo, which is right here, just climbing up, and you can see the altimeter. There's 1,500, there's 2,500, 35, 45, and 55. So at 5,500, and we're like halfway to Van Nuys, basically. So you have all this time at 5,500, getting set up for the coastal route, and then at Van Nuys, make that turn just a beam, Sepulveda Pass. So there's the 323 radial going towards the LAX VOR, and then check out some. There's Santa Monica Airport, 5,500. And then right at the VOR, right here, turn to 123 radial, right there, still keeping 5,500. Looks good. And then the way that the top of descent works is that basically right when you get released at 5,500, right over Long Beach, which this is Long Beach Harbor right here. Here's the Queen Mary. Here's Long Beach, downtown Long Beach.
Okay.
So basically right about here is where the top of descent is at 5,500. So it works out perfectly, and just start the descent right down into Huntington Beach, and then right over there's the Huntington Beach Pier right there.
Okay.
And then right over the pier, you cut in. They had us originally set up for 20 right, and then there was some traffic coming in, so then we got moved over to 20 left, which means we crossed the tower at 1,300 feet, which is kind of a cool.
We're full stop for Dutch Street parking, 444 Foxtrot Golf.
A cool shot of the airport.
Right, there's over the tower pretty much. Start bringing that.
Like, I mean, we're right over the terminal, which was really cool.
Like way back.
Hey, what's up, Eyes?
Way back.
And then we enter the left downwind, and then here's back to the normal pattern. Hey, possibly what's happening?
In the downwind leg, I'll call the base turn, traffic will hold in position.
I'm glad I caught you guys. We're just gonna get wrapped up here, but I'm glad we saw you guys. I'm going to be getting back on this weekend, probably, unless I decide that this iPad is too big. But we'll be streaming.
75.
And another thing you get used to down here that you don't have to do at most other airports, like 99% of other airports, is coming in at an angle for final.
Yeah, this is comfortable.
Well, possibly. So I found out or realized once I opened up the box that I had accidentally bought the regular iPad and not the mini. So I'm gonna go to the plane in the morning and just kind of test fit it to see how big it is, how it feels.
You need a little bit of left rudder, right aileron to stay on that center line. So if you push the rudder in, the wind's gonna take you. So that's why you dip the wing, right? Get the runway made. That power should be coming back. Level off. You need more rudder. There you go.
Land wait, 0 left, 3 up.
Let's just roll all the way to hotel.
Okay. In the grassy area over just off your right.
Okay, cool, awesome. Possibly that. I've had like just all different opinions on that, so I really want to just get it in the plane and see if it's doable, because I would kind of like the I like the idea of having having a big screen for like non in the plane stuff. What's up, Lindsay? You know, like to flight plan, have the charts, have the POH in a slightly bigger screen. So I don't know. We'll see how it fits in the plane. It's really, really dark. So it shouldn't be, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Brad has a suction cup mount for it that we'll potentially test out on the window here, but I don't want it to really block too much of my view or too much of the panel. If it's right here and angled up because I sit higher, it should be okay. It should be okay. So at least I have it in hand here and I can test it out. And if the bigger screen works, then it's got the A10 processor. It's a little bit bigger screen, so it should be pretty good. So, how's it going, Mark? Hope you're having a good evening. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was fantastic. We kind of broke PilotEdge a little bit, so that was interesting. Flew into some fun restricted airspace. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. It's been a short and long week all at the same time. And I, again, appreciate your guys' support and just information and hanging out. It's freaking awesome. And it's a pleasure to meet you as well. I am tired also. So if you haven't joined the Discord, we'd be happy to help you throughout your discovery flight process. I never liked anything on the yoke. Always seemed to get in the way. Yeah, and we'll see. We'll see, Original Geek. I have the mount for the mini. It didn't seem like it'd be that big of a deal because it's smaller, but it might end up being a little bit of an issue with the larger iPad. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'll definitely be interested, Ernie, to see what PilotEdge says about that airspace. It's really bizarre, but I think we nailed it with the commercial government client, adding that runway or that airport on there. So Iowa, you have a great weekend as well. Everybody, hope you have a great rest of your Friday nights, what's left of it anyways, and a great weekend. I'll be in contact on the Discord to let you guys know what happens with this iPad thing. I'm very curious and really appreciate all the help and feedback on that as well. So you guys have been invaluable in that process, as well as almost every other process throughout all of this. So hope you had a fun night tonight. Stay warm as well, Original Geek. Yeah, it's like 55 degrees, which is like frigid here. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for everybody that followed and subscribed tonight. Really appreciate it. I'll be working on a video this weekend with all the radio calls from the cross country, so I will post that in the Discord as well. Possibly. Glad I caught you a little bit. Eyes as well. And everybody, thank you so much. Have a great night, and we'll see you very soon. Take care.